What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the week 2 of the FFWS Africa 2026. I believe it's the fall edition. I remain your host, Zora, and I'm going to be accompanied by the great, the mighty Zeno. We're not just going to be giving you guys the best of the best actions today. That's what makes today very, very special. We're going to be giving you guys a breakdown of every knockdown, every elimination, and most especially every strategic play that we actually see these teams make, man. Are you as excited as I am for this, Zeno?
I am genuinely excited because week 1 was quite the performance, and I can't wait to see what week 2 has in store for us, as this is going to be our day 1, our intro into what the players have in store for us for week 2. But Zoro, you take us all the way there.
Oh boy, I'm gonna be taking you guys on a crazy road. But before that, I want to make sure that you guys have actually grabbed those diamonds from the Shop to Game website, because you're definitely gonna be needing them to spin for the brand new bundles. My god, these bundles are absolutely beautiful, man. We've got the Scarlet bundle, and most especially we got the Buriram official bundle right in the store. So if you know you want to play as good as Buriram Esports, don't quote me on this, but if you know you want to play as good as them, make sure to head over to that store, grab their bundle, and you might just become the next program today. And we should be heading straight into how the entire tournament is actually being played. Tournament format being loaded right now. The tournament format is as followed. We started with the play-in phase, where we had phase 1 that consisted of 144 teams. That number got shrunk down to 48 teams when we got to phase 2. The current stage, which is the knockout stage, is the stage where we're currently at, as I've mentioned before, only consisted of 17 teams. Why? Because our champions of the previous season, which I believe should be Paradox Esports team, got an automatic entry into the knockout stage for being the champion of the last season. After this stage is completed, 6 teams will be eliminated, 6 teams will be relegated, and only 12 will be making their way into the grand finals. And the finals, boy oh boy, it's gonna be something, man. The top 12, the top 12 best esports teams in the entirety of Africa going head to head against each other. It's gonna be even more impressive and intense than last time, because I believe we've got some brand new esports teams who are making their mark in the esports scenery. And up next, we should be explaining the prize pool to you guys. The prize pool is a whopping in grand $10,000, boy. It's gonna be split amongst the top 12. The champions will be walking away with not just 3,500, but also a plane ticket straight up to Thailand, man, to compete in the FFWS grand finals. Second position will be walking away with $2,000. Third position will be walking away with 1,200. Fourth, fifth, and sixth, my god, we'll be walking away with $700. Ranking 7, 8, and 9 will get you $300, and ranking 10 to 12 will get you $100. So if you know you want to actually walk away with prize pool, a prize cash, if that's correct, you definitely have to make your way into that grand finals, man. It's pretty much guaranteed cash prize for you. Up next is the point system. Let us give you guys a quick breakdown, although most of you guys already know it, but for our new viewers, this is the point system. Coming first, Booyah, you get 12 points. Coming second, 3 points will be deducted from first position. I will be given to you, that's 9 points. And from then on out to the 10th position, 1 point will be deducted until 11th and 12th. Nothing will be left for them, sadly, so 0 points each to both of them. The tiebreaker rules is as follows. We'll be using the Booyah system, the total elimination system, and the rank score system. Up next is the team grouping. We're gonna be giving you guys first hand view of the teams that actually made their way into the knockout stage from the play-in phases. The teams have been split into 3 groups, as you can see, because we have 18 teams if we include Paradox Esports team. Group A, Group B, and Group C. But we cannot really go into everybody, so we're only going to be going into more details about the teams that are actually going to be competing today, man. The teams that are actually going to be stirring everything up. But before that, we will be going straight into the unique active skill system. The unique active skill system, it just sort of tells us that each player here is to use a different active character skills from his teammates. Garena implemented this rule so as to just sort of force his players to come up with new strategies, new play styles with different active character skills. And up next should be the teams that are actually going to be playing for us today. The teams that will be playing today will be teams from Group A and teams from Group B. The Group A teams are as follows: Paradox Esports Team, Berserk Generation, top rated, name Jogo. That name switch up is still getting to me, man. I am feeling the intensity from that new name, and they've actually been performing quite well. They could do better because the name Jogo we know is a team that is a contender for that top spot. So maybe they come harder today. Stars Esports Team and Crimson Teammates, and the teams from Group B are as follows: Vent Esports Team, Necrovenoms, Elite Hunters, Luminosity, Dead Point, and Syndicate. Most of the teams from the Group B teams most of the teams from the Group B are actually, newer faces to us. We're not really too familiar with them, but I believe you guys did get first-hand view of their gameplay in the last week, so you guys will definitely be seeing more from them in today's week. We should be going straight into the game schedule. This is how the maps would actually be played. Unlike other servers, we don't really switch things up when it comes to the map schedule. It's pretty much the same song, the same rhythm over and over, man. Bermuda first, Kalahari second, Nextera third, Purgatory fourth, Solara fifth, and the last one is gonna be randomized, which means we could get a map being played more than one time. Up next should be a conversation between me and Zeno, actually, where we actually give you guys a breakdown on just lots of mind-blowing activities that we got in that first week. Zeno, what's your thought on the first week of the FFWS knockout stage, man? Did the players impress you or did they not?
Genuinely, that is a very loaded question because there's a lot of information to go over. But after this, we should be looking at the overall standing for the first week. But before that, Zoro, what weapons do you think were the most used in the first week?
Oh boy, I believe it has to be between the MP40. No, not the MP40 actually, between the M590 and the Mark 7. But I believe I know the answer to that because it's a trick question. It's gonna be the Mark 7, man, with all players involved racking up over 350 kills with just that weapon. And it doesn't stop there, man. We also, have more information coming in from, the most used active skills, the most used passive skills, and the most used loader. The most used active skills turned out to be the Oscar, man. It seems the players love breaking and entering with that Oscar, man. They love, just sort of rushing into that full squad. It sort of brings out that Russia ego in them. It sort of just, gets that adrenaline pumping anytime they actually get to make great usage of that Oscar. So it doesn't come to me as a surprise that, it is the most used active character skills. The most used passive character skills is Nikita, and I'm once again not shocked that that seems to be the most used passive character skill. If you ask me, it is sort of become a requirement for most of the players in this. If you're a sniper, you sort of need that quick reload speed coming in from Nikita. If you're a rusher, same thing. If you're a support, same thing. So it sort of becomes the fundamental, the basis for almost every loadout that these players actually cook up for us. Speaking of loadout, the most used loadout seems to be the tactical market. The players love getting their hands on those extra resources, man. As we always emphasize on, resources do matter way more than you can even think, man, because with that tactical market you can get your hands on extra active skills. You can get your hands on that launch pad. You can get your hands on wait for it, the boat maker, I believe, where you actually get to terrorize all your opponents in a particular vicinity, which is absolutely crazy. So the tactical market is no doubt a favorite for most of the players.
Indeed, it is. That genuinely is a lot of information. But taking a look at our top fraggers from the first week, we total of 5. We had 3 coming in from Paradox Gaming, and it was genuinely impressive. PDX Sneaky was your MVP because he came in with 71 eliminations, and in both days that he played, he was MVP both times. Coming in with Denrique with 69 eliminations, going with Windy at 65. Then UND Luxin coming in with 52 eliminations, and we had Tai Long as the 5th MVP for FNS. Taking a look at the general leaderboard, let's see where the teams come into this second week and how I can predict what their gameplay is going to look like. Closing out week 1, we had Paradox Gaming at 344 points. So we should be expecting them to come with the same aggression, but they do not really have to, as they are leading with almost 100 points between them and second place. Underground Esports will be in second place with 265 points. FNS with a very solid closeout to week 1 with 225 points. In fourth place, we have Crimson with 181. Vent Esports are in fifth by 1 point with 180. Necro Venoms will be in sixth place with 152. And those are your safe teams. The teams that could still be relegated will be Neonem Jogo with 137 points. Berserk Generation 128. Dead Points in ninth place with 125. the teams that are genuinely at risk of relegation, like between 7 to 9, you could be relegated. First top six are very safe, and teams that are one bad game away from relegation would be Solar Flare with 125, IL Esports 116, and top rated with 110. That has been everything for week one. That was the way we started the knockout stages. Basically, this is the last week of knockout competition, and I can't wait to see what the teams have in store for us, because what we've seen from Paradox in the first week was sheer dominance. On the leaderboard, they dominated. In kills, they dominated. When we looked at the MVPs, out of five that came in, we had three go to the Paradox squad. Can the teams match up the aggression that Paradox has given, or the standard Paradox has set, or will they be getting overrun by Paradox yet again in today's game, Zoro?
Beautiful questions, but I believe just as we witnessed on Sunday, there are actually squads here that can in fact match up the heat that Paradox Esports loves to emit. I believe we saw underground esports team go more than head to head with Paradox Esports team, and they were racking up as much eliminations, almost competing when it comes to boyers too with them. So it shows us that we do in fact have teams here that are actually applying pressure on Paradox Esports team and actually giving them a run for their money. And yeah, it has to be said, man, really impressive stuff once again coming in from underground esports team, and they more than blew our minds, man. They were racking up over 25 eliminations. I believe it was a time where they actually matched up the Q record with Paradox Esports team, which is absolutely beautiful, man. You just had to be there on Sunday, man. The players were delivering, bro. Records were being matched, almost broken. Speaking of records, the record for the team with the highest amount of eliminations in the FFWS Africa still remains 32, I believe. Yeah, 32, and it's
Paradox.
still currently being held by Paradox Esports team, which is crazy, man. What's your thought on that? Do you think it is possible for us to actually see another esports team, come in, swoop in, and just break that record?
It is fairly possible, because we did see Vent Esports coming on day two with 30 eliminations, just too shy of the
Wow.
current kill record for a single map. And then we saw, I'm not sure if it's Underground Esports that came in with 32 to match Paradox as well, denying them a victory twice in the final games on Sunday. It is genuinely an impressive feat coming in from these players. Like, the games do not stay stale, and I do love the fact that the players just keep evolving with each passing day. And I can't predict what the teams are going to be like today, because taking a look at the leaderboard from last week, everyone came in. We had teams that came in very weak, like Elite Esports came in very weak, but they closed out at a fairly decent performance. Yeah, they're not at the best spot on the leaderboard, but performance wise, we did see them, especially on the last day, put up a very solid play. They started getting better placement points, and they started getting good eliminations as well. Team like FNS, they do have a lot to think about from the last day, from the game they sold on Sunday. But if they have fixed that, tomorrow we should be seeing them come in with a lot better gameplay. Vent Esports, however, is a team that has a lot to prove. They need to step up, and they need to stay active. They are just 1 point away from top four, but they are a team that realistically should be over the underground esports, as they have competed almost as long as Paradox Gaming in terms of just how you say experience. So they shouldn't be at the spot that they're in. But again, it's week two, the last week of competition before we head straight into the finals. I genuinely cannot predict what the teams have in store for us, as it is going to be quite the game today.
I also have another beautiful question for you, Zeno. What's your thoughts, on the
You have a lot of questions today, Jog.
I just have to keep them coming because the players are, advancing, and we have to talk about the advancements. And one of those advancements is the addition of an extra sniper in teams now. We see teams usually the setup here for most squads is a sniper, two rushers, and a support. And it has been like it's like the OG formation. It's like the 4-3-3 of football. It's just like the standard of things now. But now we see teams actually switch things up a bit, man. I believe it's sort of the top teams from like other servers that are actually bringing about those advancements. We see teams like Buriram also implement the usage of double sniper. So it's really fascinating to me to see teams like PDX also just add it to their play style and just try out new things. So what's your thought on the addition of two snipers, or what's your thought on the usage of two snipers by squads like PDX?
The usage of two snipers on the global stage, and especially by PDX, is going to raise the skill ceiling. The skill floor is there. Everyone knows the formation. You know the basis you have to be at. That is the skill floor. But the skill ceiling is going to be how well you could use that. And I do believe if we take a look at it, it's going to be the support player that is now officially the second sniper, as they are mostly going to be the anchor of the team. Most teams will have the support play anchor because they are the ones that keep everyone alive. They're not supposed to be in the fight all the time. And it genuinely is an impressive feat because it's a high risk, high reward strat. Second sniper is not going to be running double snipers. They're going to most likely run a Car 98 and a Mag 7 or a Bison just to be able to apply a lot of damage. The main sniper hits you for 150 with the Car 90 with the AWM. The support can just clean up with the 72 that comes in from the Car 98. It is, again, high risk, high reward, because if your support gets pushed now, hope they can actually 1v1 with a sniper shotgun combination. It's it's a fresh look on the pro scene, to be honest. And I do love to see how the teams are going to respond to it, especially as you pointed out, Paradox being the team implementing it the most, as they are the only team that has gone to compete on the global stage. How are the local teams going to respond to that?
Oh, well, I believe some of the local teams are also, trying it. It's a bold move, but it definitely gets the job done when they actually. It's a high risk, high reward type of strategy, man. And I love to see it actually work out. I love seeing risk takers come out on top once in a while. But before we go straight into this matchup, which I believe is already standing, I've got a beautiful question for you, Zeno. Which squad do you think? Which squad from which group do you think is going to be coming out from? Was going to be coming out on top? From today's matches, man. Is it have so you have two options here. Is either gonna be a squad from Group A or a squad from Group B, or just choose from like Group A or Group B in general?
I do believe the team that comes out on top is going to be the team that goes to shops to game more frequently, because that is Garena's official top-up site, and you do need to get your diamonds if you want to shine, basically, because it gets you a cheaper rate with a discount and with a bonus, sorry, on every purchase. But I do believe PDX will still stand on top of the teams, as they are a force to be reckoned with. But aside from PDX, I do believe we have a team like Neonem Jogo and Crimson Myth that can put on a solid performance, because Crimson Myth usually is a team I do not look out for, as they tend to have very lackluster performances. But as we saw from week one, they came in, especially a player like Deku, came in very clutch for his team most times, getting those eliminations, getting the finishes, making sure they go for squad wipes. Because one thing I noticed with the Crimson Myth advancement in playstyle is they focus more on getting squad wipes. They focus more on getting squad wipes rather than getting one player just weak enough to get a revive. But going into a fight against Operator now, Zoro, how do you think this fight plays out?
I believe Top Rater is a team that can more than handle themselves. Or against a team like Crimson Myth, can they actually do that? We're going to be finding out. We see Nox and Weak on that wing, but I believe the Fonz have already spotted them, and Fonz is going to be getting dropped once again, mismanaging the funds that he had in his pocket, man. And that's kind of sting. But a third party coming in from behind. Beautiful play coming in from Deku. He knew to stay behind. And this is what we see about how important strategy is, man. Beautiful strategy, beautiful implementation of their strategy coming in from the Crimson Myth esports team, and they knew when to actually just impute players into that battle, and when to actually just pull out some players in that battle, and they knew when to also make great usage of that long range. We love to see beautiful strategic plays coming in from esports teams. It shows us that they do more than in fact know what they are doing. Some Stars esports team might be looking to also make an appearance over here at Sentosa, man, as they get an elimination of one of the players from Crimson Myth, Roko, taking some serious damage, also doing some serious damage with that cord. Is definitely loving it. His teammate is most likely supporting him, and I believe he's definitely has more allies coming in to rescue the man from the looks of things, man. Anonymous might be looking to flee the scene. Wick here looking to hold his ground. Roko not looking to really give him any space to actually move or to actually join his team. I believe Anonymous is not going to be looking back here at all. His all systems go for him. Roko charges in with that Oscar once again. The Russians love the Oscar, man. The advantage that it gives them has to be said, man. They know how to use the Oscar, and that's exactly why they love him, and he can break through barriers and at the same time just give you that speed advantage against your opponents, and that's exactly why the Russians love him, man. He can allow you to disarm and arm your opponents in a matter of seconds. Crazy stuff, don't you agree with me, Zeno?
Yes, indeed. Junior Frederick is indeed live. We are on the first day of week 2, and Dead Point have picked up their first elimination, which is earlier than what we saw them do in the last week. They are in talks with Berserk Generation, but Syndicates will come in with a third party to get the first knock on Aroz. That was very surprising. As Luminosity Gaming will be joining in the fight as well. Zoro, who do you think comes out of this third party situation?
Interesting question. I believe Syndicates might have a lot more to prove than other teams here, so they might be looking to give it just a bit more than other teams. So they might come out on top just because of that. But still, I believe we should not underestimate them. And they might be currently last on that leaderboard, but I believe that's gonna change with time. Big out there with that image to be looking to do some serious damage. Rio might be looking to charge in now. Arrows on that wing. Beautiful strategic play coming in from Dead Point. But once again, that third party strikes. Gypsy gets dropped and they are being dismantled out here, and Syndicate might just be able to walk away almost all of the spoils here as Arrows will be getting dropped. Gypsy getting knocked from behind. Syndicate with that beautiful 3-1 gameplay right there. Beautiful strategy, man. We love to see it once again, man. These teams have sort of mastered the art of having a player go on the flank and just the other three staying behind to actually fight. So by the time the third player actually just makes his way to the back of the opponent, he can dismantle them from behind, and they can also just charge in and rush in at the same time, and it's crazy stuff. Really beautiful strategy, but I believe the players have to get way more creative, and it cannot always be that strategy that we see them use, even though he is getting the job done. But I believe it will get to a point where the strategy actually casts, if you get what I'm saying. You know, we see Berserk Generation esports team players actually look to make an appearance over here. Shipyard is being livened up right now, man. Berserk Generation esports team players are a team that have not really been active, if you ask me, man. They seem to be holding back on us, if I may say. We know them to be a team that is a contender for that top 1 spot when they actually get in that element in their zone, but we've not really seen them play like a team that's in their elements or in their zone. So which is sort of why we are saying that they are sort of playing on a disappointing level, if you ask me, because this is not the Berserk Generation we know, man. The Berserk Generation we know can also, you know, compete with these teams toe to toe, if you ask me. From looks of things, Necrovenoms esports team players might be struggling a bit there, man. They are currently 2-man down, and their last 2 players are currently getting pressured by PDX. There's not a good look for them by any accounts. Offline might be completely seen right there going in with that Nitro. Do you think he's going to be able to escape from this really dire situation?
He might just be able to escape with the way he started that push, but taking a look at Elite's Hunters, they will be picking up their first elimination rather early. The teams are playing quite outside the zone, which is unprecedented, especially at this level of play, because you do not want to be that team that gets caught, gets gatekept, basically. Luminosity will be having Syndicates land dangerously close to them, and if they can spot that, it might just be an advantage because they do have the better ground. But Second Generation going, and like you said earlier, they have been putting on quite a lackluster performance from the start of week 1, but week 2 is a fresh start, basically. Maybe they will be able to get better. Stars Esports at a disadvantage going up against Vents. They will lose one, but they managed to balance it out, going for a 1-2-1 trade. Vents Esports will bring back Habib. Shushu might just be getting knocked down here as Supreme is pushing, and he will be getting that shot and elimination. Unfortunate for Shushu. They're getting 2-man by the Vent Esports squad, putting Vent up to 5 eliminations on the board, but Stars Esports will be matching them 5 for 5, both taking zone battles, which again, like I said, it's unprecedented at this level of play, but you have to do what you have to do. And Vent Esports landing together, landing safe, trying to get that squad wipe on Stars might prove to be difficult, as Roko is taking a lot of damage, but Shushu is back in, going up against Habib, winning that one, putting Vent at a disadvantage, putting Vent down to 2 players. It's a 2v3 situation. Can Vent get that revive? Unlucky, it seems. Rakai will be going down. Supreme gets the knock and a revive. Goes up against another one here. It is battle after battle. He gets a knock, but will be getting put down. Timmy comes in clutch to get that save. Gets the kill and denies the resurrect. We'll be getting... Is this going to be a squad wipe? It looks like it might be. Shushu is low. Shushu is down. Unlucky. Wow. Very unlucky for Stars Esports, as Shushu will go down, putting Vents up to 9 eliminations. Stars are now down to a single player who is still in the vicinity. Does Stars get eliminated, Zoro? What do you think is going through them? They played that just now.
Wow. Can you rephrase that question? I didn't really get you.
What do you think is going through the minds of Stars Esports, the way they played the advantage they had, the way they misplayed the advantage they had on Vents just now?
Oh boy, has got a sting and close score once again for Stars Esports team, and as PDX just swoops in and grabs that beautiful one-tap. But as we were talking about my Stars Esports team, I'm definitely not going to be happy about how that matchup between them and Venti Sports team played out. But there was really very little they could do against a man like Timmy when he's in that zone, man. Did you see Timmy's, the man was really at it with that Mark 7, man, kept his cool, did some serious damage, knocked more than one player, I believe 3 players in that particular situation, man, almost wrecking out the entirety of the Stars Esports team. He is definitely going to be loving that. Speaking of things that players are going to be loving, Deku is definitely going to be really happy about the amount of damage he's doing against the opposing esports team, and the man is going at it. He seems to be that main man, that support for his team, actually, and as we can see, his role is the rifler, man. He knows how to make great usage of that rifle or machine gun depending on the situation. We might be getting a head-to-head battle, a head-to-head confrontation here between Berserk Generation and EL team, and early hunters have not really been at him, and ranking bottom 3 on that overall standing definitely gives them sleepless nights, man. So maybe they can hold their ground here to actually change that situation. Let's find out. Marcien going at it with the M79. Marcien comes in close range. His teammate do have the throw gun grenade mode already for a situation whereby they actually have to use it. Charles goes in, close contact with the opponent. What a beautiful one tap right there with that M590. But they are going to be exchanging knocks now. Berserk Generation esports players looking to go at it aggressively with the throws, so it's just not happening for them, and we now see third parties come in play here. Nayan and Jogo looking to have at it in this battle, looking to just take a little bit of the spoils from this battle, and they managed to get an elimination on one of the players from Berserk Generation. Berserk Generation is most definitely not going to be happy about this. Remember, guys, let us know which group you think is going to be coming out alive of this, man. Do you think it's going to be a team from Group A or a team from Group B? Berserk Generation might be struggling a bit here, but they do have Bookmaker in their favor. How does this play out, Zeno?
It looks like Berserk Generation almost lost the advantage. They have lost the advantage, as they could have gotten the Elite Hunters back to the lobby if they played that a little bit better. Instead of pushing in, they should have focused on trying to line up those throwables to get in, as the Elite Hunters are all trapped in one circle. But they spent too long on the fight. They do not apply the 30-second fight rule. If a fight goes longer than 30 seconds, just disengage, because the whole lobby can hear that same fight, and they will be pushing in for a third party. We have Nemjogo coming in, and they spent so much time that we now have NVS coming as well. And in all this, they're still unable to tip the fight in their favor. Elite Hunters are low on players, but it doesn't look like it. Looks like just that.
Wow.
The second generation will send the first team back to the lobby. NVS did not commit to that fight. Unlucky for the Elite Hunters, as they bow out first place at 12th place, sorry, with 2 eliminations on the board.
Currently, it might be looking as if, things are finally going right for Berserk Generation, but I tell you for free, man, they could have, handled that situation way better, man. They could have eliminated ELT players faster. We know that they have stronger players. Don't get me wrong, Elite Hunters are a strong esports team, but compared to a team like Berserk Generation, with the titles that Berserk Generation actually have under their belt, Berserk Generation should have more than dismantled them way quicker than they did. And they should have most definitely minimized their losses, but instead, they were just sort of dragging out that battle. And due to that, they lost players. They have to fix that. They have to correct that going in, because if they suffer that much damage against a team like Elite Hunters, what actually happens when they come up against scores like PDX? Speaking of PDX, they seem to be running the lobby right now. 8 eliminations. Still looking to hit that double G smack. It's just not happening for them just yet, but I believe they are currently on the road to hitting that double G elimination. Venti Sports team will become the first team to actually get double G eliminations. Yeah, they're rigged with the F590, and we see Sneaky supporting him, and the duo, the dynamic duo that knows how to dismantle squads in a matter of seconds. Team is struggling here. His teammates has already got eliminated by a player from PDX, but PDX might be suffering some losses here against Venti Sports team. From looks of things, Venti Sports team does not want to go down here without a fight, and they are doing some serious damage here. But from the looks of things, Virox have gotta just flee that scene, man. It's not happening for him now. He doesn't have teammates to support him. I doubt he has enough glue wars to evade the wrath of PDX, and this might just be the end of the road for him, to be honest, man. Sneaky going at it. The man is a rock star in the car, man. Look at that drift, real quick drift, missing lots of shots, but he does not miss that final one as he sent Venti Sports team back to lobby. Once again, from looks of things, it might seem as if Venti Sports team are suffering from that Venti syndrome, and they have to shake it off, man. But still, not a poor performance from them, but they have to come in harder in the next matchup for sure. Luminosity might be in a battle here against yet another esports team. They are struggling here, losing a player. But Reaper comes in to save the day. Bye-bye, dead point.
Unfortunate for dead points getting eliminated there, but it looks like we will be in the heat of it here. Neonem Jogo will get a knock as they get Shushu on her knees. It's not looking good for the top rated as they are trying their best to get in, but it is going to be rather difficult. You have a very strong sniper from the Neonem Jogo team constantly lording over your team. They're trying to flank him, but we do have another one just watching and get him eliminated. Top rated are now down to just 3 players. Will they be able to survive this? Because if they do, they're immediately running into the claws of the Crimson Myth. Stars Esports are unfortunately at a massive disadvantage. They are down by 1 player, and Akai and Hash will have to run straight by the Berserk Generation and Nexus Venoms. Rocco will be caught by the Crimson Myth, but Paradox will come in with 12 eliminations, trying to wipe out Neo Nemjogo with a beautiful third party, as Nemjogo was too focused on sending top rated back to the lobby that they left their flank wide open. Zoro, who do you think comes out on top of this lobby besides Paradox?
It might be a good opportunity for a team like Crimson Myth to actually come out on top here. They do have the players, they do have the cards. But you know what's really amusing me is that we see someone in the chat actually telling us that PDX is a bit quiet today. So will PDX actually, you know, prove this man wrong today, or will PDX continue to, you know, dominate the lobby, man? Let's see how this plays out. As he says that, man, we see PDX actually rack up 14 eliminations, man. Oh boy, are you watching this live stream? And PDX has finally turned up and they seem to be in game mode. Berserk Generation will get sent back to the lobby as Cracked will be making a very, very pricey decision here that just cost his team the match. Crimson Myth with their entire squad, they do have the cards to affect this match in a very, very advantageous way to them. LedX with 2 consistent knocks, man. The man is cooking. Luminosity Sporting players forced to make usage of their time turner early on into that final save, so that's gonna sting, man. They know it's gonna take way long. They know it's gonna take a lot of time before that time turner is actually ready for use again. Ripper being ripped apart here by Paradox Esports team players. How ironic. Final saves a battle. Crimson Myth versus PDX, man. How does this play out? Deco has been dropped. Windy looking to lead that push for PDX. It's all system go. PDX players onto offensive. 1 down, 2 down. Absolute monstrosity here from PDX. As the man says, PDX has been quiet. They shut him up and told them that, oh, we can be really, really loud when we have to be.
Unfortunate for Abdul Kabir. He literally just said PDX was quiet, and PDX ended the game with 22 eliminations to close out the first day for today. PDX did come in hot. They're not a team that needs to come in hot, but leaving the first game with 34 points from both placements and elimination is quite the message they are sending. The last time we saw PDX on day 1 last week, they had 4 matches under their belt, and they closed out week 1 with having 5 wins under their belt. That is genuinely very impressive for a team, especially in the knockout stages, because this is basically one stage of the finals. And if PDX make it to the finals, which they most definitely will with the level of performance they're putting in, it is going to be quite the game. Are we about to have a situation where the teams are no longer competing to win, but competing to come second place? The teams need to step up when they go into the next matchup, as we will be putting you guys through the highlights before we get into the second map for today.
an end to the first game of the week 2 of the knockout stage of the Free Fire World Series, man. The players really did give it their all, man. What was that performance? PDX absolutely showing us why they are still the reigning champions, not looking to just let go of any players for the other teams, man. As I've mentioned last week, man, this is exactly why this team is where they are, man. They do not share those players. They do not share their eliminations with you guys. We should be showing you guys just how much of an impact that first game will be having on the leaderboard of today's standing. Ranking in number 1, staying on top. Not surprisingly, PDX with their first game coming out as a booyah for them. 34 points in accumulation, 12 placement points, 22 elimination points. Not disappointing on any account, but for PDX, this is just a regular day in the office, and I'm sure they have plans of actually racking up those eliminations a whole lot higher. Coming in second, Crimson Mate with 17 points. Project Generation coming in third with 14 elimination. Top 6, Luminosity, Stars Esports, and Vent Esports team. Elite Hunters 2 yet to save themselves as they only racked up 2 points in that particular matchup. Syndicates also with only 4 points. These teams are teams that are in the bottom 3 of the overall leaderboard. They have to, accumulate way more points than other teams. They have way more work to do than other teams. So with performances like this, it does not look good for them at the in the grand scheme of things, man. They have to lock in. They have to just maybe grab that official Buriram bundle. Maybe that's what they need to actually give them the strength they require to push higher on the leaderboard. What's your thoughts on the way Elite Hunters and Soul Society have been playing today?
Elite Hunters and Soul Society have not been playing anything different from what they did last week, which is a lackluster performance. They starting off, especially in the PDX lobbies, we do not see them have
Syndicate.
kind of an syndicate, sorry. We do not see them have that impact in the PDX lobby. So maybe tomorrow they should be able to actually spread their wings, because I don't know if it's fear or what it is, but some teams do play a lot worse when PDX is in the lobby, because they're probably afraid of fighting against a team like PDX, and that is not a mindset you need to have, especially when you are at this level of play. Everyone can be eliminated. PDX can be shut down. Same as Vent, same as Neonem Jogo, same as Berserk Generation. They can be shut down, but if you're going to keep playing very passive because you have strong teams in the lobby, you're not going to climb very high in the leaderboard. As we saw from the last week's general standings, we saw Elite Hunters in the bottom 3, even though they had a very phenomenal performance. Compared to the first day, they had a very solid performance in the second day, as they picked up 44 eliminations, mostly from the second day. So why can't they step into week 2 with that same level of aggression? Because they just need to step up a few more points to go into the top 12 that goes into the finals. That's what they need to aim for, and they need to step up from game 2. We do have 5 more matches to go. Game 2 has to be better for them.
Well said, without a doubt, game 2 is it's not a question of will, or and now it's not a question of must. Now they have to give it their all, man. If they keep performing like this, it's safe to say that they will get relegated, and I believe that's not in the game plan for them. So hopefully they lock in coming into the next map. Kalahari, as we love to say, is a land of opportunities, man. There's lots of real estate that you can maximize your usage on, man. You have the resources when it comes to Kalahari, and I believe they also have the players, because as you've mentioned, man, we saw Elite Hunters put on an absolutely phenomenal show for us. The last time we saw them play, that was on Sunday, man. Did you see the end to their game, man? They actually racked up, I believe, 17 eliminations and almost getting that booyah. So we know Elite Hunters is a team with more than enough potential to actually rank higher on the leaderboard. Maybe they are being lazy, maybe they can't keep up. We just don't know for now.
Genuinely, is probably just the fear of it all, the fear of getting eliminated early. But if you start off day 1 with fear in your mindset, then it's going to be rather difficult to catch up to day 3, especially against people that start day 1 very active. Like we saw Dead Point last week start day 1 very scared, but this time we're actually seeing Dead Point start a lot better. They're taking more fights, they're taking more risks. That is what you need at this level. You need to take those risks, you need to take those fights, because getting eliminated, especially in the first day, getting eliminated in the first 3 matches, it doesn't really matter. You need to. Those teams are trying to pick up the pace like you. If you don't match their level of aggression, you will get left behind by a lot. But we will be heading into the desert lands of Kalahari to start off the second match for today. It is a very beautiful map, as it is the only map that has the grappling hook added to the weapon pool, which allows a lot more creative and versatile gameplay coming from the teams. Zoro, how do you think this map is going to go, and what team do you think is going to come out on top of Kalahari?
I can't like say it might be Vent, man. We saw Venti Sport team pull out an amazing role in the first map. I believe they racked up about 10 eliminations, just got shot down by PDX. But I don't think they're gonna be allowing themselves to get shot down the same way as they did in the last map in this particular map. So yeah, without that, I believe Venti Sport team will definitely impress us this time around, and hopefully maybe they will walk away with a booyah. Which team are you actually looking at to win this particular map, Zeno?
From the statistics we have from last week, I'm probably expecting it, like you said, to be a Vent map, because we usually see Vent do very good on this map. But Paradox did start off on a win already. That might just be a sign that they want to do what they did last week. We're getting 4 eliminations, 4 wins back to back to back. And if they can start off the day like that, it is going to be insane.
What a matchup here between Luminosity and Syndicates, man. Luminosity shining the light on the players from Syndicates, man. Syndicate once again do not know what is hitting them right now, man. 3 players down already. Barely 1 minute into the matchup. This does not look like a performance from a squad that wants to make their way into the grand finals. Incoming for Berserk Generation here, as Venti Sport team will be looking to make contact. Knock for knock. A big gets dropped, but a player from Berserk Generation will also be getting dropped. Marcien gets caught lacking, trying to flee from the scene, man. Charles comes in to support him. Alvin with that VSS. Knock for Timmy though. Nice wall placement coming in from Timmy, man. The man is showing us exactly why he is the main rusher for the Venti Sport team, and he knows how to get our results. That Venti Sport team, we saw him do it against, I believe, was it Luminosity or was it Syndicate in that Bermuda map, man? But it doesn't really matter the score actually. What matters is what this man does, and what it does is perform, man. His ability to just get his team out of those tight situations and making sure that they come out on top of those situations is something that is what that deserves applause, man. What a beautiful player he is. But Pretty X might be looking to get in a battle here against a player from the opposite spot. I don't think they had eyes on him before, but now they're going to be forced to just scout out that man as they look to engage PDX first. Berserk Generation Esports player Marcien will be getting a revive on Cracked. Stars Esports team also be getting a revive on their player. The second map seems to spark straight into life, man, as Venti Esports team is currently on top of that elimination leaderboard with 4 kills. How do you think this plays out, Zeno?
Now into stealth. It does start off the same way last game did, with Vent Esports leading the fray within eliminations, coming up with 4 eliminations. But can they play better than they did last time? Because we saw them place 10th and get eliminated early. It is going to be rather difficult for them if that same thing happens again in this matchup. So their rotation needs to be a lot better. They need to make a lot more decisive decisions. Their anchor needs to know exactly when to leave the matchup, because we have Timmy, a rusher, stay in and consistently just do damage. But the Virox that was supposed to be the anchor last game was in too long and just got eliminated by the Paradox Esports. But Stars Esports might be getting eliminated. They put up a good fight, but not good enough, as then Reek will be sending 2 players to their knees despite the time turner that goes up, but a bit too slow. Paradox will be picking up solid elimination. Syndicates are at a disadvantage when they have Wilson gone, and it's too late for a cleanup right now, as going up against Berserk Generation in this situation might just be a suicide for Isagi right now. He has been spotted and he might just be getting eliminated as well. But Crack will be going down for the Berserk Generation. Isagi has a chance to turn it around for his team, but it is going to be a difficult feat to pull off. Charles goes down unlucky. Isagi plays it just right, waits for his teammates to get in, and will be getting that revive. 0 pressure, 0 stress. Do you think Berserk Generation is a team that still has a lot of mistakes, or are they just having unfortunate games today?
Bro, I was just literally about to mention the fact that they are making so many mistakes here. Once again, we see them sell their bread in a situation that we know them to in a situation that we know that they are more than capable of handling, man. What was that play against the Syndicates, man? Berserk Generation is a team that is a top contender for #1. If they keep losing out to a team like Syndicates anytime they come across each other, that's gotta suck, man. If they keep doing so, won't have high odds or high chances of making their way high up on that leaderboard, man. They have to go back to that drawing plan. I believe they might have gotten a bit overconfident here, man, because what is this play? We are not seeing them, get out of their comfort zone, actually try new things, man. We're just seeing them, play a bit lackluster, as you would say, man, playing a bit subtle. We have to see them, go out of their comfort zone, actually rack up those eliminations and play like a bold and confident team. And that's exactly what PDX does time after time. That's exactly why PDX PDX is still on top, man, because they always got out of their comfort zone. They always got out of their way to get that result, man, doing what they must and not what they can or will, man. Crimson made my bet in a battle here against Dead Point Esports team as Gypsy comes in to get that revive. Everything seems to be bubbling up here, man. Ray goes in with that grenade. Bad move from the looks of things as the grenade backfires. His opponent will definitely be happy about placing that wall there. So with the marksman rifle from the looks of things, as he secures that elimination, we see all of these players actually use the marksman and snipers in close range, which is absolutely impressive, man. Esports players can make the impossible happen once in a while. Luminous TT looking to get involved here as this becomes a three-way between Luminous T, Dead Point, and Crimson Mid. Crimson Mid might fall on the short hand here as they will lose yet another player. Twisted and turning. Leo with that Mark 7. What a clutch! What a way to send Dead Point Esports team back to the lobby. Luminous T more than owned this particular location. I was definitely going to be happy with that result, man. Luminous T has been really at it since the beginning of today's matches, man. Line eliminations now to their name. I believe last match, see, they did, perform on a reasonable standard. They didn't really play too poorly in the last match. If they keep this up, they will most definitely be more than able to save themselves from that relegation, man. They have to, man. We want to see a lot of those new teams actually making their way into the grand finals, man. We don't want to see the same faces over and over. Don't get me wrong, man. We love the previous phases, but we want to see more. Don't you agree, Miz?
Indeed, we do love to see new teams come in and compete because as commentators, it is very exciting. But speaking of exciting, Nenem Jogo goes in for a third party, but it was a bit too late. They could have gone for the cleanup, but they were stopped by the Bolt Maker. And now we have Walcott, a star player, getting a quick one tap, but unfortunately, we'll be getting knocked and confirmed by Ripper with an execution there. Zero gets eliminated, so Walcott's one tap did count for something. It was a risky play, but it did convert to a point, which sent Elite Hunters back to the lobby. Unfortunate for them. Nemjogo will be up to 5 eliminations on the board as Luminosity now goes as the first team in the second match to go double digits, but it's still 10 teams and 37 players left to go. Still anyone's game. Who do you think is going to come out on top? Again, I know I asked this question multiple times, but who do you think is going to come out with the way the teams have evolved as of the end of first matchup?
As you made reference to before, man, the statistics don't lie. Venti Esports team do have one of the highest chances of walking out on top, walking out as the only team left when it comes to Kalahari map. From looks of things, they are also not having a bad run so far in this particular match. They already have 6 eliminations. They might not be on top of the elimination leaderboard, but slowly and steadily, as my man once said, he says slow is smooth and smooth is fast. So yeah, they are definitely still on track of becoming the team that comes out on top of this one. I'm looking forward to how they do this precisely. And now I have an observation, if I may say. Jogo has not really been at it, man. We've not really seen them run the entire lobby as we saw them do last season, man. Jogo is a team that is more than capable of giving us the 20 eliminations per match, man, but for whatever reason they've been really quiet in most of the lobbies, man. We rarely see them rack up numbers like 17 eliminations, 10 eliminations at times, which is really sad, man. We were hoping that them coming back in the second season is signs that they have improved, not signs that they have actually become weaker. We want to see them Jogo step up their comfort zone, and we want to see them give us results that shows us and still secures the fact that they are them Jogo that we know. Yes, the new name is cool and all that, but what the cooler thing here will be the result, and we want to see them giving us an amazing show tonight.
Indeed, the amazing show would be very lovely from Nenem Jogo, but it has yet to catch up. It looks like they might be having a new playstyle that they're adopting, and that is what is slowing them down. We're now looking at the PDX squad take a very 3-2-1 approach, which we don't usually see from the other teams. 3-2-1ing is basically where you spot a player and you want to get an elimination, so you tell your teammates to shoot on 3. Literally, like the name, 3-2-1 to get a wipe. It was absolutely phenomenal coming in from the Paradox, and they're implementing strategies that we don't usually see from Free Fire teams, especially at this stage. This shows the difference between a team that has gone to compete global, even though they weren't the most dominative team globally, they've come back as a different beast, and if they do qualify to go for the FFWS Global, they will be even better than they were at the EWC, and we can't wait to see, because these players are insane with their positioning, with their strategies, and with their character combinations. A lot of teams do have a lot to learn from Paradox, but Paradox will be making it double digits in this matchup. Do you think Nexus Venom is going to be able to get in from the gatekeep that Paradox is giving, or does Crimson Mist send Paradox back to the lobby?
To be honest, no offense to Necro Venoms, man, but they are not underground esports team, man. I don't think they're gonna be able to keep up with a team like Paradox esports team, man. It's not, it's not just my bias, but just what I have actually deduced from the matches that we've watched, man. The only team that's actually, stood their ground, go toe to toe with PDX, apart from Venti Sport team, is underground esports team, and as you just heard, man, I did not mention Necro Venom, so yeah, I don't think they're gonna really give PDX a run for their money right there. What a beautiful tap coming in from Solos, man. He's definitely gonna be happy about that one, man, as the AC80 does just the trick. Stars Esports team are receiving serious hits here. So as Naya and Jogo looks to put them down, 1 down, 2 down, and that's gonna be triple Q for one man. He's definitely gonna be happy about that, man, and his teammates are more than happy to have that man on their side, man. Stars Esports team's player Akai might be in a bit of a pickle here. He might think he's safe here at this tower. I really hate campers that make usage of this particular tower, but it is a very, very smart call strategically, man. As you can see, man, it's not easy for your opponents to actually get to you, and most times he backfires though. Luminosity coming in from behind, man, as Salman pushed that man to bed. As a man that does not like campers, I am more than happy with that, man. Good job, Salman. I was sort of hoping and praying that somebody would just drop that, man, because what you mean by instead of actually fighting the opponent, you're playing like sneaky, although it's a good play strategically, but as a guy that loves to see the heat, that loves to see the action, it's a very, very annoying one to watch, man. The NF Jogo Sporting players are going with the 3-1 strategy from the looks of things, man. The 3-1 formation, where you have 3 players ready to engage and 1 player from far range actually doing some serious damage here. I believe we might see them going with the 3-2-1 strategy too, as they look to attack. 1 down, 2 down. Walker gets dropped though, but I believe Present Generation have paid a hefty price for even walking around anyhow. Wow, in a situation where Vanessa and Jugo already had the entire land scouted. What's your take on the way on the way Present Generation has actually been performing today, man? Do you think they can do better, or do you think they've actually started to improve a bit?
The second generation are somehow playing slightly worse than they did last week, especially with their rotations, as they keep trying to play zone battles. It doesn't favor any team at this stage to zone battles. You will be getting eliminated fairly early, because you no longer have to just worry about the team in front of you. You have to worry about the zone. And if you're getting towards something like zone 3 or zone 4, you're fighting 10 ticks, 20 ticks per second. You are going to get eliminated a lot quicker than a team that is fighting a more even zone. So Berserk Generation needs to pick out a better spot. Like, look at this. They're fighting at the edge of the zone, and they are leaving players left and right. Alvin is down. Charles is down. Crack is the last man standing. Unfortunate for them. It is a result of their positioning. Their positioning is the worst that we've seen them in a very long time. And then Jogo will be punishing Luminosity over there. Crack gets eliminated and sent back to the lobby, but Luminosity make it out alive. Now running into Vent, who will be playing Gatekeep. This is also a result of playing dangerously close to the zone. You need to get in early, wow. And Luminosity will be going early to the zone. Unfortunate for them there, but it's just the way the cookie crumbles in this matchup. It looks like we might be down to 50% of the lobby eliminated. Vent Esports up to 12, Paradox up to 12. Who comes out with the victory in this matchup?
Just as predicted by me, man, Venti Sport team seems to have fastened their seatbelt already, man. They are in hunting mode, man. They are currently running through the entire lobby, although PDX is still giving them a run for their money, as PDX remains on top of that elimination leaderboard. But it has to be said, man, Venti Sport team are in business. Once again, PDX sends yet another esports team back to that lobby. The final save zone might be coming in sooner than we expected. Yes, Syndicate esports team players looking to rotate. They do have company. Are they aware that near them Jogo is not too far out? Shots connected. We love to see Virox on that CAC 94, man. He knows how to make great usage of it. He knows how to use his accuracy, and he knows how to do some serious damage against his opponent. And it's great to see teams like Venti Sport team also implement the 2 sniper strategy. And this is exactly what happens when you come up against a team that uses the 2 sniper strategy, man. They can dissipate you from afar, and they just have to use 2 players to rush you in, man. And that's exactly what just happened here against their opponent. Syndicate esports team looking to hold their ground here, but they've already suffered a loss. We will say it in front, looking for the perfect opportunity to do some serious damage. But Timmy and Hydra knows, and Timmy and Submarine know that they don't have anything to worry about, man. They have two snipers covering their back, covering their blind sides, and they are most definitely going to be really, really confident going into any battle happening on ground here. But PDX looking to come up against Crimson mid. No, it's not look good. Windy gets chopped. That's what I love to see from Crimson mid, man. I love Crimson mid when they are in business mode. I love seeing Crimson mid when they're in hunting mode too. What a squad Crimson mid is turning out to be here, man, as they get the elimination on a player from PDX, man. Trust me, that's not an easy feat, man. It's not easy to, you know, just take out one of the backbones of a team like PDX, and they're most definitely going to be happy with that result. Sneaky trying to cook up those grenades, just not fully done yet. Well cooked. Nice grenade coming in from Sneaky. Crimson mid player weak. Just in a turn with that 592 down. PDX might get sent back to the lobby here. How does Sneaky play this? Sneaky gets sent back. Top 4. 11 kills for Sneaky. How does he play this? Deku gets sent back to the lobby. He might have open pressed there. They and them Jogo trying to hold out here, but they might be getting sent back to the lobby by Venti Sport Team. Never mind, Venti will be losing way more players than they and them Jogo in that confrontation, man. What a team. As I just said that the NM Jogo is not really playing like the NM Jogo we know. They started, you know, pulling out those results. I love teams that listen, man. I love teams that can, you know, really get into their elements in a matter of seconds, man. Really impressive stuff coming in from them. I hope they can actually get this booyah. It's on here, pretty much. The NM Jogo Sporting players coming in really, really hot. Yeah. Virox on the end of that heat, and it's gonna be getting sent back to the lobby. Sneaky with that knock. One more 1v1. Who takes the second map? Will PDX be able to rack up yet another booyah in a matter of 2 matches, or will they get shot down here by the NM Jogo? 1 versus 1. Sneaky versus Solos. Will Solo be able to solo Sneaky here, or will Sneaky win out here? Everybody's at the edge of their seats, man. Let us know in the comment section what you think he's gonna walk out on top here. Sneaky with that double sniper combination. Sniper versus Russia. Accuracy versus destruction. It's on. Solos with that F590, waiting for the opening. Sneaky gives him none. Goes in with the eating UAV, making some mistakes here. That's gonna be really, really costly. Goes in with the AWM, misses. Solos takes that home. Wow. What a final saves on battle, man. Wow.
What a game indeed. What a game indeed. It was for a moment looking like it was going to be a Vent Esports game, as they had Godspot, they had the high ground to overlook everyone in the lobby, but unfortunately for them, they did have to get eliminated, mostly due to Paradox. We had Sneaky getting knocks on Virox, and that definitely threw off the Vent Esports rotation and their playstyle definitely. But Nenam Jogo, they almost lost that. That is the funny thing. They almost lost that matchup in a 2v1 situation. They managed to get outplayed by Sneaky, who Paradox does have the best rotation. Sneaky did get in early. He noticed them pushing towards Vent. They gave up the God spot, and he took that right from them. Very unfortunate for PDX to lose that match, but it's just the way it is. A sniper is almost always going to be outmatched by a rusher just because of the rate of fire for their weapons, and one can afford to spray, one cannot. But that was quite the game from them. Jogo coming in to put themselves still in competition here with a second map victory. We will be heading to the highlights as we prep for the third match for today.
that you'll never know.
Trip. Once again, I just have to resume the stream with wow. What an end to that second matchup, man. Dino Giju, see that, bro. Giju witnessed that 1 versus 1 final series. It was like the ultimate showdown. You know when you like watch movies, yeah, and then the protagonist and the antagonist get like their final showdown in like the final scenario. It was really, really crazy, man. Really beautiful. Absolute cinema we got there from solos and sneaky. We want to see more of those, even though we can only hope, can't we?
We can only hope. But them Jogo did come into, like I said at the end of the last game, to keep themselves alive and keep themselves as a contender. Starting off the second week, they won with a very impressive win. Because I don't think we saw them get a win last week. I can't remember correctly, but I don't think we saw them get a win last time. They weren't playing as strong as we expected them to be. So coming into this game, I didn't really expect much from them. I mean, on Solara, sure, but not on Kalahari. But they did do well for themselves to close out that matchup with 11 eliminations and a win, walking away with 23 points from that matchup alone. Which it should still boost them up on the leaderboard. It should keep them in that top 6 that they need to be at. I want to see what they look like on the leaderboard with the second game done. It is Paradox Gaming in first place with 62 points. As Vent Esports jump all the way to second with 36. In third place is Nanem Jogo with 31 points. Luminosity will be there in fourth with 30 points. And Crimson Myth with 27 for fifth. Berserk Generation will now be in sixth place with 21 points. First game goes to Paradox and second game goes to Nanem Jogo. For the players just joining us, it was quite the game. 2 matches, 2 different teams. Today looks a lot more aggressive than what we saw in day one last week. Is it not, Zoro?
Yes, today seems to be a bit more competitive than what we got last week, man. Last week, Friday, was something, man. It was just absolute menacing coming in from PDX, man. They took over quite literally almost the entire lobbies that they played, man. I believe they had 4 years. Was it 4? Yeah, 4 years to their name in the span of 6 games, man. Crazy stuff coming in from PDX. So it's sort of great for us to actually see more teams actually step up to them, more teams actually steal their booyahs away from them, but still they remain on top unchallenged. Is that even a word? But still, yeah, not challenged. Not really feeling the heat from the competition. Still, man, they do have crazy gap between them and the opposing squads, man. But a team that I really want to talk about actually is Naya and Jogo, man. I love the fact that they actually, rose up to the occasion, man. We want to see teams do more of that, man. We want to see teams just sort of snatch that booyah away from PDX. If you cannot, go head to head, go toe to toe with them when they're actually farming eliminations, the least you can do is drag that booyah away from them, man. The least you can do is steal that booyah away from them, man. And also, Berserk Generation, man, we need those eliminations coming in from you guys, man. Only 11 eliminations in the span of 2 games is not the finalist Berserk Generation that we know. If they keep this up, currently I believe they rank 8th in the overall leaderboard. If they keep this up, they might be at risk for relegation. So hopefully for their own sake, because I know they have some really great players there, man. Hopefully for their own sake, they're actually locking, man. I want to see players like Cracked, BJs that actually rise up to the occasion in the next couple of matches that we are going to be heading in. Zeno, which players are you really looking forward to seeing? Not teams, players actually. Are you looking forward to seeing just compete in the next couple of matches here?
I am looking forward to Timmy the Rusher from Vent Esports, as he has been putting on quite a dominating presence when it comes to 1v1s, 1v2s. Like, when we're not looking at Paradox, we look at Vent Esports with Timmy being a very aggressive force. We saw him almost solo the entirety of Stars Esports in the first matchup. And the second game, we saw him still go for a 1v2 off drop. That is the kind of player you want to be. If you're not going to be Paradox, that is the kind of player you want to be. We do want that aggression coming in from a lot more of the players, and Elite Hunters need to find that player. They still have a lot to improve on. I do hope their second day is going to be a lot better, because from last week we saw their second day be a lot better, but the first day is still very important. The first day is still very, very important to the tournament. I can't wait to see what the third map has in store for us, as it is going to be, I believe, is it going to be Purgatory?
No, it should be Nextera, man. Nextera, it's sort of a blend of Bermuda and Purgatory, but with a special touch of futuristic ambience, to be honest, man. I love to see this map because we sort of get way more eliminations that we normally expect in this map. Most times you think teams come into Nextera not too familiar, but then you realize that they are actually way more familiar than you thought. You see them rack up crazy amount of eliminations. So that's sort of why I always love watching Nextera matches, man. The teams always find a way to blow out our minds. Hopefully they actually do exactly that in this next matchup. PDX, I believe, will be looking to grab yet another booyah in this next turn. I believe they also have crazy amount of booyahs that have been racked up in the next turn. So I think they're going to be looking to do just way more of that. Also, yeah, I believe we've gone on multiple breaks by now, man. Hope you guys have actually gotten your diamonds from shop to game, man. It's secured. It's Garena's official top up size, man. So head over there, grab your diamonds, man. You need those diamonds to get this fantastic bundles that will give you that superpower that you need to actually get those bundles, man. Because if you get those bundles here, those bundles are gonna like give you more strength. I don't know how to explain it to you, man. It's all in the mind, man. Just head over to the store, man. Spin, grab that Buriram bundle, especially, man. If you wanna play like the Buriram esports team. Also, as you can see, man, some of the winning esports teams here have the Buriram bundle equipped. Just look at Supreme. Be like Supreme. See, Supreme is literally in the entire loadout, bro. Bro is not risking it, bro. Bro is here with the entire skin. Crazy, man, bro. We see Supreme here in a bit of a pickle. Already almost has an elimination. They got an assist for his teammate Charles in pickle. Charles, why did you not get your Buriram bundle, Charles? Just look at Charles go, man. Don't be like Charles, guys. Head over to that store and grab that bundle.
It is quite the second match, as we start off with Vent Esports already picking up 2 eliminations from the Berserk Generation, who are at a massive disadvantage right now. Could this be the writing on the wall that Berserk Gen might be having a terrible game, as they're trying to run away from Vent and run straight into the hands of our current last match winners, Nayanem Jogo. He's already low. The flash freeze goes in. He's 1 HP and he will be getting put down. Unfortunate for BJ Star, getting outplayed by Walcott. Vent Esports are dangerously close, though. Walcott has to get in a fight here, but unlucky for him, he will be getting put down by Supreme, who is he's on quite a roll with the assist here, don't you think, Zoro?
What a play coming in from Timmy, man. The Venti Sporting players are absolutely cooking. But you know what's really disappointing is seeing some of our local champions, from esports teams like Project Generation, really outperform other esports teams. And that's got us sting. But kudos to Venti Sport team, though, for still keeping the fire burning, man. PDX sort of off to a very, very subtle start. And just as I say that, Sneaky looks to rack up these eliminations with the sniper and marksman rifle combination, man. The man is having the time of his life here. ELT players are not happy to be in the same lobby as him, man. Once again, their players are getting knocked. Windy will be taking all of the spoils from that battle with the Mark 7. This is exactly why Mark 7 is the most used weapon. Not going with the highest amount of eliminations in the entire lobby, man. That's exactly why. Ledex here looking to press light. This might be end of the road for elite hunters, but unluckily for them, it is not actually. And that's gonna be another elimination though for PDX. Near them Jogo off to a roaring start here in the third map as they are currently on top of that elimination leaderboard. Now this is the Naya named Jogo. I know this is the name Jogo before Naya named Jogo, bro. The name Jogo that performs, the name Jogo that shines. I want to see more of that from them. I believe that Booyah just served as a confidence boost from them, and they have to keep going now. They cannot afford to slow down. It's all systems go from here on out for them. Stars is Sporting looking to apply pressure on Crimson Mid. Deco in the tight spot might get dropped here. Stars is Sporting players will be getting that elimination, man. They are not risking it. Everything for that point, man. And this is exactly why I tell the teams, man, do not, just put all your eggs in one basket. Do not just sort of rely on that position points, on that standing points, man. You need those elimination points. Now you have to do everything in your power to more than secure the elimination, and that's exactly what we got there from the opposing esports team. Luminosity looking to rack up yet another elimination. There good stuff coming in from them. 2 eliminations just at the start of the game. PDX versus Vent, Nigeria versus South Africa here. A beam on the wing, Virus gets dropped. Doesn't look too good for Vent here. Supreme seems to be low on HP, and Timmy will be looking to support him here. Bison at hand for Supreme, not the best weapon choice if you ask me, but he does get the job done here. What a way for them to grab an elimination against the player from PDX, man. PDX might be struggling a bit here. Venti Sport team seems to be applying pressure on them. Both maker in play in favor of Venti Sport team. Third party, Crimson mid here. Venti Sport team will be looking to flee this scene. Unluckily for them, and Crimson mid coming in. I was not part of the game plan, man. They just did not see they are coming, man. What's your thought on that third party coming in from Crimson mid, Zeno?
Perfect timing with third party from Deku, as he did save Paradox from getting eliminated, but he kind of threw a wrench in Vent Esports' plan. Unfortunate for them there. But 5 eliminations to Paradox Gaming. They are still alive with a full stack. Almost looks like they weren't almost eliminated. It's CM Knox trying to get a revive on his teammates. It might be rather difficult as Ledex is not giving him room to get that heal off freely. He gets the heal. Vent Esports is back in. Coming back to the same spot to reach out is quite the decision, especially since they just got some revives and they haven't kind of regrouped yet. Going straight to the reach out is not the play, as we're seeing them suffer for it, losing Habib to a very low HP Knox, who will be instantly getting traded by Paradox Gaming. Paradox now up to 6 eliminations on the board. They are starting off. They're starting to pick up the pace. Sneaky is quite alone here, but he will be trailing off the Vent Esports team to try to get a pick. He gets that pick on Supreme.
Wow.
It is going to be rather difficult for Timmy to get that revive. Timmy is trying to be a hero, but you do not need to be a hero at this point. You need to get away, especially when the sniper pushing up to you is Sneaky. Sneaky catches him lacking, but unfortunately is not able to get that knock and confirmed it. Dead point in a fight against Luminosity. Zoro, how does this fight play out?
That point does seem to have lots of people in the chat just screaming for them, and they have lots of fans, cheering them on, just telling them to get the job done. So it's just sad to see them still not get the job done, even with all the crowds right behind them. That point, a bit of a pickle. Yeah, Luminosity might be looking to get the best of them. Never mind. Slow trying to put out a clutch here. Leo will be getting dropped, but his teammate will be securing that drop on his opponent. PDX then Reek securing that elimination. Sneaky will be getting eliminated here by Timmy. PDX and Vent are exchanging players here, but then Reek will be that man that gets the job done for PDX, man. Once again, the man proves to be one of the major lifelines for the entire esports team, man. Enrique, the man with the highest amount of headshot rates in the entire competition, and once again he delivers. That's what we expect from a player like him, man. Always delivering, always getting the job done, man. We hope to see that. We hope to see him just keep that coming, man. Necrovenom's gonna be in a battle event, get sent back to the lobby. I did not see them going out first here, man. I can't lie to you. It's sort of a very, very sad end to their story in the third map, but hey, that's just sort of what happens when you decide to go all out against a team like PDX, man. You have to just be ready to get sent back to the lobby, man. If you are pushing a team like PDX, you cannot be half in, half out, man. You have to always be full in. And sadly for Venti Sport team, they were fully in and they got sent back to the lobby. But second generation will be losing BJ Star once again. Sloppy wall placement coming in from Charles, man. He could have saved his teammate here. Maybe better luck next time. Elite Hunters, yeah, against Project Generation. Motovea will be getting dropped by Cracked. Nice team play coming in from Cracked, getting that, you know, elimination for his team. We don't know why he's not going for the revive. I believe he's aware that Elite Hunters do have more players coming in here. Marcia looking to come in from behind with that double sniper combination to operate in the middle of a pickle. Yeah, Fonz gets that drop on light. I did not see that coming, man. The man seems to be holding his ground quite strongly. Yeah, Marcian might be looking to flee from the scene. What a play here coming in from Fonz, man. He is not looking to go down without a fight. But from looks of things, the ELT players are not slowing down, man. They want to eliminate him, and that is exactly what they do. 11 scores in this, 38 players alive. Krag gets a revive on all of his players, man. This is why he is the main fragger for the Brazil Generation esports team, and he knows when to fight, he knows when to flight, and he knows how to get the job done when it really, really matters. PDX currently on top of that elimination leaderboard with 11 eliminations. They are more than happy with the start to this third game, man. As I've mentioned, lots of eliminations always come in here in the next era matchup, man. We see the elimination counts being spread all across the map, man. This is one of the highest amount of eliminations we've actually had spread across the entire map, man. Almost, quite literally, not even almost, man. Everybody has an elimination. Even the eliminated squad has an elimination. That's just how crazy it gets over here at next era, man. Them Jogo might be looking to go head to head against PDX. How do you think this plays out?
It looks like them Jogo are coming off the high of getting that win on the second map over PDX, that they will be pushing PDX early, and it just might play out well because they know that they can win against PDX, but that was a special situation. The zone was already in their favor and PDX was already down to a single player. How do they fare in a 4v4 is still to be decided, and everyone has an elimination like you said earlier, because Nextera is one of the smallest maps. It's on the smaller side compared to maps like Purgatory and Bermuda, so we do have a lot of team fight. It's one of the few games maps, with 7 zones in the game, so it's a lot faster, it's a lot quicker. It's my favorite map to commentate because again, it's the smallest and the quickest map. It's the same way I don't like Purgatory for being too big. I love Nextera because it's constant action, it's constant back-to-back, and it's all about who plays the map better than the other team, because there's a lot of natural cover that you can play. There's a lot of off angles to go for, and we are currently seeing NVS, Nexus Venoms, go up against Deadpoint. Deadpoint's caught in yet another zone battle. The teams that we're seeing at the bottom of the leaderboard today are teams that are caught constantly in zone battles. They are at a disadvantage 9 out of 10 times. What team comes out on top of this battle is still to be decided, as they are both feeling each other out, just bleeding each other of heals, and NVS are moving more like a unit, while Deadpoints are sending the rest of the teams deeper into the zone and having just one man stay in front. Arroz, unfortunately, will be getting sent down by offline. Jogo picks up eliminations on Luminosity, but it's still looking like it is a Paradox third party on Luminosity. Salman is down. Leo might just be the last man standing for Luminosity Gaming, as he is getting shots and getting eliminated. Paradox will be on 13 eliminations. They send Luminosity straight back to the lobby as the second team to go out in today's game. What a play coming in from Paradox with that third party there.
What a play coming in from Paradox, man. They make great usage of those tribbles, man. Did you see that, Zeno? It was like a post-apocalypse situation there, man, where the entire building just sort of changed colors because of like the amount of tribbles that were coming in. Grenade colors, global melters color, everything was just in play. Yeah, top rated, being aggressively pressed here by Crimson. May wink on that wing here for his teammate. Fonz in big trouble once again. No teammate to rescue him. Top rated seemed to be very, very disorganized coming into this matchup, my day. We've not really seen them give us a team play yet. Fonz doing everything in his power to stay alive. Anonymous right behind him. Crimson mate suffering from third party syndrome here as PDX looks to take the spoils from the battle between Crimson mate and top rated. Fonz once again just getting the job done as that anchor man for the top rated esports team, and once again saving his team, once again keeping his team alive and well in this. Once we get eliminated, unluckily for him though, Crimson is still down by one man. They will be looking to get a revive on him, I presume. Elite Hunters will be getting a revive on their player. PDX is what team have started farming, man. They are now in predator mode, man. Any score that they jam will officially become their pay, man, because we've seen it happen multiple times, man. Anytime PDX is actually in the zone, they will eliminate any obstacle in their path. They will quite literally take you out. Quite literally, man. I know that sounds a bit scary, I know that, but it's what they do, man. You know, isn't that what they do? Crazy squad, PDX, man. Crazy squad.
PDX does beat the other teams, not just by experience, but mostly by positioning. They find a way to position themselves in the better spots to take better fights. Because yes, you can stand anywhere and shoot, but whoever has the better positioning, whoever has the advantage from where they stand, it could. When I say God spot, I mean a place where you have view on everybody, but no one can get an easy rotate onto you. That is a God spot. PDX tends to almost always be in God spots on every map, so they can do as much damage as possible with suffering zero risk, and other teams tend to fall victims to them. The second generation will be in a fight here, almost losing one player to the Bolt Maker here. CM Wick is the last man standing for the Crimson Mid. He might just be getting eliminated as we have Paradox coming in for a third party. They have their sights on Berserk Generation, but that might just be what Wick needs to get away from this spot here. Unfortunate for him, he gets caught and gets eliminated. 18 elimination. Do you think Berserk Gen can survive this fight, or will they get eliminated by a roaring Paradox?
Zeno, how do you want better, man? I know they are gonna absolutely dominate this battle here. 3 knocks already for them. 1 man left for Berserk Generation, man. Charles already knocked on his feet, man. That's exactly what PDX does. 20 kill bomb already. Make that 22. Make that a squad wipe. Make that an easy dub for PDX, man. What they do anytime they come up against a team like Berserk Generation, we needs to be addressed is they absolutely dominate, man. The issue I believe Berserk Generation is actually having here is the fact that they don't know how to keep their players alive for long. Anytime they come in, anytime they're actually involved in a battle, we see them always lose players too quickly. And what is this? Knockdowns! Players are getting dropped mid-air, man. The accuracy in this lobby is absolutely beautiful, man. Crazy eliminations, man. We see players get dropped on ground. We see them get dropped mid-air, man. What else? Are we about to see players get dropped mid-spawn? Elite Hunters is watching, man, in a bit of a pickle here. Safe zone does not seem to be on their side. They have to be really tactical here. Rotating and making their way into the safe zone is more than crucial, more than vital. But they will be getting sent back to the lobby as they could not find a way to just find the trick of it in general, man. Elite Hunters will get sent back to the lobby. Syndicates get sent back to the lobby. Dead points in a bit of a pickle here. And Jogo Esports team are doing quite well for themselves. Thank you. First in the eliminations. Jogo is in business. But still, standing on top of that elimination leaderboard is PDX, man. And they don't seem to be slowing that anytime soon. Jogo still on the outskirts of the map, man. Final ring battle is about to start. The players are getting really scared. I can feel the nervousness. I can feel the tension, man. It's all systems go, man. The Russian Eagle, the adrenaline, everything is pumping here. PDX waiting for the perfect opportunity, perfect opening. Necrovenoms do not seem to give them any to. Which team do you think is gonna budge first here, Zeno?
It looks like I am not. Could you repeat that question actually?
Which team do you think is gonna budge first?
Between
all the teams in the final safe zone here, boss. I believe we just found out which team that's gonna be, man. Jogo couldn't hold their ground for long, man. I said it, man. The heat in this final safe zone battle is absolutely impressive, and they just got sent back to the lobby. What a play coming in from PDX Sporting Player, and it's on Windy on the offense. I'm at the edge of my seat here. Oh, unlucky. Sneaky gets dropped, so they have to just cancel out the whole attack mission and go back for their man. What a beautiful team play coming in from PDX PDX Sporting players right there, man. Getting a revive on their player. Nice placement coming in from Sneaky in order to make sure that that glue wall UAV does not get destroyed by the opponent, man. Nice tactical play coming in from him. Necro Venom's trying to rotate here. Prime, a very, very bold man. With that rotation, man. Found a way to just evade and dodge the bullets coming in from the PDX Sporting players, but his teammates could not. Offline, just got put offline. Never mind, we're getting that revive on him now. PDX still with 24 eliminations. Nobody seems to get eliminated here, man. Apart from the guy named Jogo, as they've been sent back to the lobby. NVS gets the job done. Final third, PDX, Dead Point, and Necro Venoms. Who comes out on top? Would he be the reigning champions, or will he be Necro Venoms? Let's find out. Dead Point, a bit of a pickle here. Slow looking to rotate low on HP. There he comes in. PDX might and power in play here, man. Slow low on HP. The rig has to secure that drop, and quickly it's missing some shots. Never mind. Windy gets the job done. Gypsy in a bit of a pickle here. Looking to twist and talk. Necro Venoms down to their last man. What a play from PDX. 28 eliminations already, and it's just a regular day in the office for a team like PDX, man. They always get the job done. They always dominate the lobby, and it's just the usual stuff coming in from PDX. Make sure to secure that knockdown, man. Make sure to get a revive on the opponent. What is this play from offline? What is he cooking up here, man? Windy shuts it down quickly. Wow, what a play coming in from that man, man. I believe offline was really, really cooking there, man. But booyah, showed up to PDX once again.
MVS offline with a solid last stand in the final zone. He did do his best to keep his team alive, getting a double knock on Ledex. It was quite impressive for him, to be honest, because you're a sniper pushing and a full PDX squad is pushing up at you. You still fight back. He did not give up. He still kept himself in play there, and it's lovely seeing PDX play a game style that we don't usually see from the SSA teams, as they play strictly for denial. They try their best to make sure you do not get that elimination, because they know 1 point could be the deciding factor. And what we saw from last week, Vent is in 5th place because of simply 1 point. If they had denied one elimination, they would have probably been up there. But we see PDX do that consistently. Even when it's a 4v1, they did not give up that single point to close out the third map for today with their second win for today with 29 eliminations.
Crazy,
but
by the
that
way.
is just the third game for today. We are at the midway point. We'll be putting you through the highlights as we get back in with the fourth game very soon.
I guess that you'll never know. You'll never know. I guess that you'll never know. You'll never know.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I believe PDX has run the lobby 3 out of 3 lobbies now, 3 out of 3 matches. So it is safe to say, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, once again to the Paradox Show, the show where Paradox's sport team absolutely pipes any other teammate that dares to stand up to them. Over to you, Zido.
It has been quite the game from Paradox Gaming as they have secured 2 wins in the last 2 games that in the last 3 games that have been played, which is genuinely impressive considering the fact that this is the knockout stage, just one stage off of the grand finals. But they are showing their experience as an international team because they are the only team from the region that has gone to compete on the global stage. And they are setting the pace here. Yeah, on the global stage, we have double sniper comps being ran, but PDX is setting the pace to have double snipers as a staple for your gameplay and raising the skill ceiling even more with each passing game. But Zora, let's take a look at the leaderboard and walk us through where everyone stands and what you think the second half of today's
Let's
game
see
is going
it.
to look
Let's
like.
have it. Paradox still on top already. 103 points. Oh my gosh, man. I always advise the top 3 teams to, just do everything in their power to keep Paradox in a cage, man. Make sure that Paradox is unable to increase that gap between them and the squad that's in second. But once again, man, time after time, man, Paradox always finds a way to just break out of their shackles, break out of all the ropes that the opponents are trying to use to drag them back, and always find a way to increase that gap between them and the opposing sports team, which is absolutely crazy. By the way, Nia and Joe coming in second with 51 points, and once again, just take a look at that gap, man. PX having more than double of the points of the second position, man, which is absolutely which is absolutely impressive and crazy at the same time. Vents coming in third with 43 points, 34 elimination points, which is not too shabby, man, putting them second on the elimination leaderboard. Coming in for Necrovenoms, coming in fifth, Luminosity, 6 Berserk Generation. Berserk Generation still not playing like the Berserk Gen that we know, to be very, very honest, man. We know Berserk Generation has way more in them, and I hope they actually pull out all their trump cards very, very soon, man, because I want to see players, the more experienced players in the Berserk Generation scenery, I want to see them actually step up and just dominate for them, because that's the only thing that can save them at this point. I want to see players like BJ Star step up. I want to see players like Crack step up, because we've already seen players like Walcott and what's the name of this other guy from Nia named Jogo, man. We've already seen them step up for Nia named Jogo, and that's exactly why Nia named Jogo is currently ranked second right now. So if players from Berserk Generation can actually do the same thing, they should make their way into that top 4 at the very least. Vent Esports team was a bit subtle in that last match. Hopefully coming into this next match, they are more than fired up and they are more than ready to absolutely dominate their opponents.
Indeed, the one thing we've noticed from Vent Esports is that they have the eliminations. Let's take a look at the leaderboard one more time, please. While PDX is up to 70 eliminations in 3 games, Vent Esports is half that with 34 eliminations, if I remember correctly. But where they struggle is, can we see the leaderboard, please? The current leaderboard for the 3 matches.
I believe the leaderboard is as follows, man. Coming in first, Paradox Esports team. Yeah.
Oh, like I was saying, we see Vent Esports sitting with 34 eliminations, and they are a team that should be able to keep up with Paradox, not just by eliminations, but they are falling behind in placement, mostly because they take bad fights and they overcommit too early on in the game. Like the first game, they went out 10th place. Second game, they did pretty good for themselves. But in the third game, we are seeing them go out with 7 eliminations, but they went out as the first blood. That could have been a game where Vent Esports were able to pick up even more and maybe rank higher than Nemjogo, because, again, they do have more eliminations than Nemjogo. They are a team that is able to go almost toe-to-toe with Paradox when it comes to their just sheer presence in killing, as in the second day, we saw Vent Esports drop 30 eliminations when Paradox dropped 32. So we know they can do that, but they still need to work on their positioning. That is one thing that is killing Vent Esports right as of now. But we should be heading into the second half of today's game. The 4th match should be starting fairly soon. Zora, what do you think the leaderboard is going to look like at the end of today's games? Do you think PDX is going to be able to drop 200 points today, or are they going to be shy of 200 like they did last week?
Well said, well said. The first week, the first day of the first week, we saw them just be 3 points shy of making it to the 200 points. So I believe today they are trying to actually rack up 200 points. I believe they can rack up 200 points today. My God, I believe they've already qualified for the grand finals, man, because there are teams that don't even have 200 points and they've played and they are yet to play all their matches, man. So yeah, it's really, really crazy, man. Paradox Esports team, a legend, and a man amongst boys, if I may say, man. Really impressive stuff coming from them. We want to see them keep it going. And concerning your question, once again, I believe Paradox Esports team will not be slowing down anytime soon, man. They are a team that knows how to be consistent, how to be determined, and how to be really, really disciplined. Once they are in their zone, once you allow them actually get in their element, actually, give them opportunities to dominate the lobbies, they will keep it coming. They will keep those booyahs flowing, and most especially those eliminations. So yeah, I believe this matchup should go to Paradox Esports team once again, but do not hold me accountable if they do not. If you're just joining, make sure to let us know who you think is going to be working out with the booyah in this particular purgatory matchup. Do you think it's going to be Paradox or whichever team you think is going to be? Let us know in the chat.
We are heading into Purgatory, which statistically is Paradox's best match to play, as they do have enough time to set up. Just like Sevi said in the chat just now, we do need more teams to grief Paradox on their starts, on the drop, because the Paradox lands very uncontested. A lot of teams are scared to contest Paradox, and if you rewatch the VOD, if you rewatch the matches, you should see where the teams are landing, as we do leave the map open for almost a minute, so you see where every team drops and can predict where they will drop the next time you guys have a matchup like that. More teams need to contest Paradox, as Paradox is running double snipers. I don't think the teams are ready just yet for that style of play. But what you should be ready for is your game, is your trip to Shop 2 game, as you could pick up very lovely diamonds with a 10% bonus on each purchase at the website. It's Garena official top-up site,
yes,
and
sir.
you get a discount compared to everywhere else you could buy diamonds from. But forget buying diamonds, we are in a 5 dead points. We'll be picking up the first blood for the game as they get their first elimination. Unfortunate for the NVS, they will lose just 3 players right about now. Almost gets eliminated fairly early on. How do you think this match is going to go?
I believe it might be a Paradox game again, because just as Xavi has told us in the chat, man, if you allow PDX actually, get their hands on their weapons, those nuclear weapons of theirs, they're most definitely going to run the lobby again. And from what we can see, we don't really have any squad going head to head, any squad really, really competing against them here anytime they land. So I believe the only way to actually take out a squad like PDX is to just go after them when they are just landing, man. Making sure they don't have access to their resources might be that just key factor in eliminating and getting the best of Paradox. But speaking of Paradox, yeah, we might be getting a battle between Top Rated and Paradox here. Funds nowhere in sight from the looks of things. Once again, this is the complaint I always have anytime we watch Top Rated play, man. We never have eyes on their last man. They never really play like a world machine, man. Unlike teams from the last season, for example, EPG. Now EPG knows how to run a tight ship, man. They know how to play like a world machine, and we just don't see that coming in from Top Rated players, man. See what I'm talking about? Aura gets shot from the flank. Really bad strategy, really bad approach to that battle, man. You did not have cover, you did not have higher grounds, but for whatever reason they just rushed him blindly and they just paid the ultimate price for that, man. So I believe they have to revisit their strategy, man. They have to go back to that game plan and just fix a lot of stuff if they want to have any hopes of making their way into that finals. ELT here in a close confrontation between them and them. Jogo, I believe, Prolex with that Mark 7, the entire lobby's favorite, and that's exactly why, man. Mark 7 will get that job done. It will help you get that knock on your opponents, man. It will help you get that drop on all your ops, and that's exactly why, man. Prolex having a time of his life over here, man. 3 minutes and 3 eliminations. That's pretty much 1 kill per minute for that, man. He's definitely gonna be happy about that. 12 squads, 34 players alive and well in this. Paradox, as usual, already on top of that elimination leaderboard. And why? It's because they have their weapons. So the only way to pretty much shut down Paradox, if you can't beat them when they are actually in their zone, when they have all their weapons and all their loot, then pretty much prevent them from getting their weapons, pretty much prevent them from getting in that zone, pretty much prevent them from getting all the loot that gets the job done for them. I believe that's the only solution here. Although we don't have teams that can go toe to toe with them. Example on the ground esports team, but the teams that can go toe to toe with them, an example of those teams is definitely not Top Rated, man. What was that between Top Rated and PDX once again, man? PDX pretty much loves to pat the back of Top Rated sporting players, man. Anytime they come head to head, we always see PDX, eliminate them in the most disrespectful way, man. And that's a perfect example once again. 12 scores in this 41 players left. How does this play out,
It plays out like it's going to be a long game because, my goodness, Purgatory is very, very big. And it does favor PDX a lot, especially since the teams now need to, if they rewatch the VOD, they will hear us tell them to grieve PDX more if they want to have a chance of actually winning and competing. Because off rip, everyone starts off very much the same. Whoever gets better weapons is at an advantage. But if you give PDX enough time, they will set up. They need a lot of time to set up double snipers, because snipers don't just spawn a lot in one spot. They have their time to look around and get those pretty strong loot that sets them up to just dominate the lobby. But Vent Esports will be going up against Paradox. They have then Reek done. Dead Point comes in for a third party, gets Windy. My goodness, it's not looking good for Paradox Esports.
No way!
Did they just get eliminated? Did Paradox just get eliminated by Dead Point?
No way.
Wait. We need to see the players. We need
wow,
to see the
they're out.
What a game. 7 eliminations to be sent back to the lobby. Paradox Esports will be back in what?
Wow.
What did I just watch?
Bro, I believe Dead Point have started listening to the chants coming in from the people in the chat, man. Bro, what was that, man? It was as if they were running on lots of stuff, man. The way they just ran through PDX. And that's what we say about the Oscar, man. The Russians love their Oscar, because why? They can literally run through their opponents. And that's exactly what Dead Point sporting players did with the Oscar, man. They ran through PDX. I believe PDX might have overcommitted in that battle, and that's exactly why they got sent back to the lobby back. That is crazy, man. The only time we've ever seen PDX go out first like this is during the EWC, where they actually, were going up against the best of the best in the entire how do I say this, in the entire planet, man. So this is really shocking, isn't it,
It is indeed shocking, because they went out not just to a team that was dominating like Vent on Mjogo. We saw them go to a team that was damn near fighting the bottom of the leaderboard, Dead Point, which is still very surprising to me. Unfortunate for PDX, but they did go out just like we saw Vent did in the last game with 7 eliminations on the board. So that's a pretty decent spot for them. Can they now make the remaining 90 points? They're going to need to go 200 in the next 2 games, or will they be getting shut down? It looks like they might be falling short of 200 points again this week. But Luminosity will pick up their first elimination as they drown that man on the rotate in the water here. I said Paradox. Purgatory is a very scary map, because you need to make your decision making needs to be top notch, as one bad decision will send you back to the lobby. Like, you're caught rotating late, you get caught in the water at GG's. Hash is in the water for Stars Esports, might be getting eliminated. It's not looking good for him. He's taking too long to get to his teammate. He can't really decide if he wants to get that revive or he wants to go for the escape. It doesn't look like the escape will be possible, as he's getting held from multiple sides, get put down. Unfortunate for him, but Luminosity are on a very solid run right about now, don't you think?
Next generation will be again to come up against NVS, but as you said, Luminosity might be on a roll here, man. Yeah, one of the few scores that we've actually seen engage in on-water battles, which is really impressive, man. The way they were able to, just maintain formation even whilst playing on water is impressive. Kudos to them, man. They have to keep those type of stuff up. And you know what I have to say, man? I can't hold myself back here, man. I am still stunned from that performance coming in from Dead Point Esports team, man. They managed to overpower PDX even when they had all their resources and all their players, man. That is not something you see every single day. Vent Esports team on the other hand, they are suffering heavily here. They are receiving some serious back shots here. Timmy looking to flee from the scene. Will he be able to make it out alive here? And Joko do not want him to slip out of their sights, man. But he has found a way to just get out of their line of sight. Soto's right behind him with that Winchester, looking for the perfect opening to get that elimination on him. But I think Timmy, as a dependable man that he is going to be getting that revive on his teammates. Will he not stick around to find out? Syndicates with their entire squad, but no elimination. They might be playing this safe here. From looks of things, they know that they don't really fare too well when they actually come up against other esports. So I believe their tactics here is to just sort of stock up on the loot, man, and just wait for those ranking points. Venti Sports will be getting sent back to the lobby, and that is two teams from the top four in the general leaderboard that have been sent back to the lobby, which is absolutely interesting, man. I think this map really does give everybody a fair shot at that booyah, and that's exactly why we are seeing, some of the top dogs that usually dominate all of the lobbies just sort of lose out here. So I believe it's the perfect moment for some of these other teams to actually grasp that booyah, man. PDX is out of the way, Vent is out of the way. There's quite literally nobody stopping you apart from you, man. So why don't you just go after it, man? Go out of your way and just do everything you need to secure that booyah. Dead Point Esports team is absolutely cooking. Boy, do I love to see another team shine. 40 eliminations to their name. Nyanum Jogo with 12 eliminations. What does this say about these two teams, Zeno?
It does say a lot that I did say earlier that Dead Points play better when PDX is not in the lobby, and it would give them a massive ego boost being the team to eliminate the current champions, the current team that is over 100 points. Even though they were at the bottom of the leaderboard, they still played pretty strong. They still did pretty well for themselves, sending them Paradox back to the lobby. This might just be a win for them. Can they go 20 eliminations to boost them really high up the leaderboard? As for Jogo, they are doing pretty solid. They are playing to expectations. We do expect them to be this aggressive and put in these numbers of eliminations. As when we saw them for the first time in the spring edition, they were doing pretty good for themselves. They were competing with Paradox before Paradox went on the global stage. I think they were the team that came second place to qualify for EWC.
Really close.
They were just a few points off of PDX, but now the gap between them and PDX is wide, but they're still doing their best to close that gap and become a team that could go international and represent the entirety of the SSA region. I can't wait to see what this match has in store for us as we are heading towards the fourth zone. The zone is going to get smaller, the pressure is going to get a lot worse, and it might just shape up to be a water battle. So rotations are fairly important to see what teams are going to come out with the victory.
I believe what a lot of teams don't really plan for in this particular server is the water factor, especially in the purgatory map, man. It just sort of always hits them unexpectedly, man. Just randomly in their rotation, they just sort of stumble on a land of water and stuff like that. So yeah, they definitely have to find a way to overcome the whole water disadvantage anytime they are actually in the purgatory map. So pretty sporting players looking to engage near them. Jogo from looks of things, they do have the height advantage. They are not once again coordinated. I don't know the strategy that these guys used to play, but it doesn't look too coordinated to me, man. We always see them engage entire squad with just two players, and then they are forced to just run away from that battle and just go get that revive. So are they scared to engage with lots of players, or are they not just capable of engaging, man? We have to know this, man. Dead Points here once again, and now 4 vs 4 against Necro Venoms. Double knock for Arrows, man. Since last week, Arrows has been pulling out significant numbers for the Dead Point Esports team, and it's great to see him remain consistent, man. Once again, he is the main fragger for the Dead Point Esports team in yet another week, man. Week after week is no easy task, especially when you're going up against esports teams that are the best when it comes to your server at the very least. Project Generation struggling to find a foothold here. They are forced to camp the match out. This is really sad to see, man. Project Generation, known for being predators, are now forced to go with the prey strategy, which is hide, trying to get those knockdowns with that sniper. Kill him till somebody shouts as he tries to eliminate his opponent. Goes after with the double sniper, eliminates that Eden UAV. Ash will not be too happy about that. Rakai will be getting that drop now. Double sniper combination. His teammate coming in to support him now. Marcien gets that drop on the opponent, and it's on. All systems go here for Project Generation. They are hammering away, man. They are having the time of their life. They have cover, they have ammo, they have the men, and they have the accuracy. Speaking of accuracy, Akai with that knock, man. What is going on here, man? I don't think that is what we're going to find a way to get off of this bridge, man. They are not happy about this. Roko, last man standing, 2 man already out. 4 Stars esports team, they definitely did not like that confrontation, man. Berserk Generation milks them as much as possible, and that rotation is gonna be costly as Ash gets eliminated. Luminar still be on the positive side of this rotation now, as they just eliminate all the opponents that mistakenly launch into their boat maker. Berserk Generation forced to spin about a bit here as Marcien looks to have his eyes and targets set on Roku. Last man alive. 4 Stars esports team, syndicate esports team players on the receiving end of Marcien's Its nuclear weapon. The God knows how to get that job done, and that's gonna be yet another knock. This is what we love to see from Berserk Generation. We love seeing Berserk Generation shine because they know how to do it in style, man. Top rated for team in 4 versus 4 here against, who is this? Against the Jogo from what I can see. So this is the F590 and Jones with the M18. Send them back to the lobby. Final save zone. We are getting really close to that final save zone. No boat maker here. I know one team is definitely hiding their boat maker for that final zone, man. And I'm gonna enjoy watching how that boat maker actually affects this final zone.
Roko staying in and still putting shots, making Berserk Gen pay for what they did to his team is honestly very beautiful for his team here. And he did manage to play a hand in sending Berserk Gen back to the lobby. He was only able to pick up one elimination, but it looks like he did get eliminated as well, because he is suffering from what we see most teams suffer from at this stage. It shouldn't be a problem where they are struggling from their placement, where they stay in the zone. He was deep in the zone and it's damn near zone 5. The ticks that the zone is going to do to you is a lot more than what that gatekeeper is going to do to you in this game. But Dead Points are having a game of history for them. Currently up to, I think, 20 eliminations. If we can get a look, 18 eliminations, them Jogo up to 23. But Dead Point is having their best performance yet, starting off the second half of today's games with the 4th map. It is the peak of the crescendo of today's game. It is interesting to see how these players have evolved coming in from map 1, where we saw them play pretty scared. Namjogo with 23 eliminations coming off a win. Can they secure another? They look like they have the better chance of a victory. Zor, do you think they will be able to close out with another win for today, going band for band with wins with Paradox in this game?
I believe last season we saw Namjogo in this exact type of sports here. In this exact same map, but they sort of lost. Hopefully they've actually learned a lot from that last season and they are finally ready to win and dominate the purgatory map. Incoming from behind, Dead Points with those back shots. Trust Prolex, Angel to the rescue. There's a revive on his team. Nasty looking to do some serious damage with those thrower boosts. Glue on melters in play. 3 players down already for Jogo. From looks of things, they have not learned from their last season mistakes, man. Solos now and a bit of a pickle here, man. He's receiving shots from left, right, center. Dead Point sporting players are not slowing down on the attack and they eliminate him. Luminosity also runs through an opponent and it's gonna be a 4 versus 4. Luminosity versus Dead Point esports team in the final season battle. How does this play out? Skylar attack now for Sosa. Goes in with the Skylar. How does this play out once again? Sniper attack for his teammates. Goes in with the slow, goes in with the treble now. Flash is in play. Damage received on the Luminosity spot team end. Gypsy still going at it with the sniper. Nobody wants to press it. They are being really cautious. They know that the first knock will matter a lot. Someone drops. Reaper is down now. Twisting and turning with the F590. Gypsy seals the deal. 24 eliminations straight up to Dead Point as Jogo sold their bread.
Unfortunate for them, Jogo placing 3rd in this matchup with 23 eliminations, but massive booyah coming to Dead Point Esports as they will step up with 24 eliminations to boost themselves really high up on that leaderboard. Leaving this matchup with 36 points is a very marvelous feat, very marvelous improvement in the same day, coming from a team that started off playing very scared and very timid. How does the leaderboard look now? I can't wait to see what the leaderboard looks.
It's gonna be crazy, trust me.
it's actually
gonna see lots of
we will be right back shortly. A lot of ups and downs actually. But we will be right back shortly after we look at the highlights to head into the 5th map for today, which will be Solara, and we're almost done for today's games.
I guess that you'll never know. I guess that you'll never know. You'll never I guess that you'll never know. Can you hear it? Fight to survive. I breathe like a warrior. Ignite the lights. Become the Victoria. With the pressure, walkers into fire.
Trip. Ladies and gentlemen, gamer boys and gamer girls, it is with great disheartening and sadness that I tell you that the PDX show has come to an end, or has it? But as of right now, we can't tell you that the PDX show is more than on a break, man, as Dead Point and Naya named Jogo are putting an early end to that show, man. What do you have to say about that, Zeno? Are you sad because I know you're on the production team of, the PDX show? I know you might be putting her out of work.
Hey, PDX did have a good game, but unfortunately for them, they were the first team to get eliminated with 7 eliminations. It was quite the performance coming in from Dead Point and Nemjogo, as well as both teams managed to finish off that match with over 20 eliminations. Nemjogo going out third with 23 eliminations, while we had Dead Points coming with a booyah with 24 eliminations. What a performance
24.
coming in yet again. Taking a look at the leaderboard, it will be 4 games played. If you're just joining us, this is where we stand. First game goes to Paradox, as is Nemjogo takes the second match. Paradox takes it back in the third game, and now we have it stopped by Dead Point. Paradox is still on top of the leaderboard with 110 points, as we have Nemjogo jump up to 82 points to take second place. Dead Points will now be third with 67 points. Luminosity will be fourth with 56 points. Vent Esports, unfortunate, will still be with 47 points. And Beseggen, holding up to that sixth position,
They don't
will
want to
now
let
be
go.
with 44 points. A team that in 4 matches has refused to leave sixth place is genuinely impressive, because it's quite a feat actually. But 4 games played, 3 teams taking the win. Zoro, what do you think map 5 will have in store for us? Because Solara is statistically Nemjogo's best map to perform on. From what we saw them do in the spring season and how we've seen them play in week 1, Solara is their best map to play. What do you
You know,
think this 5th map is going to look like?
you know what, Zeno? This is a setup because it's almost impossible to predict the future. But from the
It's
statistics,
not
yeah,
impossible. It's not impossible.
that's what I'm going to say from the statistics now. From the statistics, yeah, stats. From the statistics, yeah, it's safe to say that A&M Jogo does have a fair shot as actually walking away as the victor of the Solara map. It doesn't look too good for PDX. I can't lie, man. They've lost 2 matches that they were supposed to just grab by the neck and take home. So hopefully, maybe in this next Solara matchup, they have something special in store for us. Where it does not look good, man. It does not look too good. My Dead Point is on their neck. A&M Jogo is on their neck, and I can't lie. I'm actually loving it. Not because I don't like PDX. Trust me, I love PDX, man. W squad. But then I love seeing people give them a run for their money, man. It is what we are here to see. So yeah. I mean, this Solara map is gonna be nothing short of cinematic. Trust me, those eliminations will most likely come in, and I don't think we should count Vent Esports out just yet. I'm sure they have a secret trump card that they are here to make usage of. So maybe in this Solara map they will actually make usage of it. You know what? Just stick around to find out. And in the meantime, before the next match starts, make sure you head over to the Shop to Game website, grab your diamond so you can get the brand new Buran bundle that is available in all Lucky Royale servers, Lucky Royale stores across the entire server. So quickly head over to the store, grab it, and I recommend you. Let me put you guys on real quick. I recommend this drip here. You wear the top here from the Buran bundle, yeah, the car from the Buran bundle, the shoe from the Buran bundle, but then you mix it up with, hold on, that blue bunny trouser. Oh my god, you're gonna be dripping, trust me, man. So if you really want to test out that drip,
Yeah,
head
right.
over to the Shop to Game website, grab those diamonds, and quickly test out that combinations. I know these shorties are gonna be all over you after this.
You might just be able to get to Prime 8 if you shop at the Shop to Get website, because it gives you a 10% bonus and you have more to spend. So do not forget to check that out. It is going to be quite an interesting Solara map as the teams are getting ready to give us that action. You said not to count Vent Esports out, but Vent have managed to drop from 2nd to 5th.
Okay.
They've yet to pick up to 5 eliminations in the last 3 games. They have not been having a good game, if we're being honest with ourselves.
But
So what do you mean do not count Vent Esports?
they are suffering from the Vent syndrome now. They started out
The Vent
strongly.
syndrome supposed to have ended.
But like they started
Vent
out
syndrome
strongly
supposed to have
now.
ended.
I believe they had about 20 eliminations in like the first Bermuda map or something similar, or maybe 13 eliminations. Can't remember too well. They had a good run in the second map too. I think they went on with the first booyah now. Did they not?
No, they did not. PDX went to the first booyah. Vent went out in 10th position with 10 eliminations. They only got 1 placement point. Vent
Oh
Esports,
boy.
they have a lot to focus on getting into this matchup, because we are almost done with this game and they are not having a performance that is enough to write home about, as we had seen them do a lot better than this last week. So comparing Vent to Vent, this Vent needs to step up, as the next game is the last game, as we will call it for today's games.
Oh boys, this landing that we're getting from PDX is a statement. Trust me, if you're a ranked player, this landing means a lot to you, man. Landing at TV Tower, it shows that you are more than fired up and more than ready to actually go just brawl and just go hand in hand with other opponents, man. So let's see how this plays out for them, man. But trust me, this is gonna be a really, really hot drop here. We already see Naya and Jogo getting involved. Prolex waiting on the outskirts of the map, waiting for a player from PDX to show their head. And just look at this beautiful feat from the PDX player, man. They are spending that FF money, man. They are enjoying the funds from the prize pool without a doubt, man. If you're just joining, the prize pool is a whooping 10 grand. I believe that's how the United States people say it. 10,000 USD if you do not understand. Then Njogo esporting players looking to press a bit here. They are on the offense here. Sneaky in big trouble, looking to fight his way out of it with the Winchester. Gets dropped sadly for him, man. Windy unable to help. We'll be losing some HP there to the full damage. Walcott incoming for the PDX, man. It doesn't look too good, man. The NM Jogo, man, actually find a way to sweep them off of their feet. Windy gets the wind blown out of him here as he gets dropped. Derrick and Ledex now in a 2 vs 4 situation. Derrick jumps down with the MP5. That's why he's him. That's why he is Derrick. Absolute Derrick right now is what we are witnessing as Derrick secures yet another drop with the MP5. Walcott waiting for him. P90 versus MP5 here. Nice work coming in from PDX players as they manage to get a revive on their player. Nice work placement coming in from Derrick. MP5 knock. The man is not going out without a fight. His teammates sadly are nowhere to be found in this confrontation between PDX and Naya and Jogo, and it's gonna be sad life for Naya and for PDX actually as they lose 2 players here, man. Naya and Jogo will be getting 1 man down, but I believe they'll be going in to get that revive on their man RG50 and for Supreme there as he looks to grab that knockdown. Supreme with the Mark 7 are the favorite for all of the players in this as more than 350 eliminations has been racked up by and with that Mark 7, man. See me going at it once again. Shots coming in from behind. That UMP has got a sting here. Caught a turn for Habib, looking to do some serious support here. Marcien is down. Venter down by 1 man also. But Berserk Generation do not look to be coming out on top of this, man. Cracks in the tight spot. Knocks Supreme. That's what I like to see, baby. Almost knocks down Habib too. This man is cooking, twisting and turning, trying to secure the elimination. Just does not happen for him. Supreme will get a revive. Never mind, his teammate cancel that revive as Habib will be securing the elimination. What a battle between Vents and Berserk Generation. That way, sporting players might be able to get involved here. Slow jumps into Deco the Mark 7. Top rated Biggie will be paying a hefty price for choosing to attack the man on the zip line. Top rated still going head to head here against Crimson Meat. 1 down for Crimson Meat, 1 down for top rated. Deco goes starting with the SKS, trying to get that knock on him. Knox goes starting with the Mark 7. Aura gets dropped. Nice play coming in from Crimson Meat as he absolutely overpowers the top-rated esports team. Once again, top-rated esports team falling short in a 4 vs 4 situation, man. They are most definitely not happy about this.
Top Luminos to being the first team to get eliminated is rather unfortunate as they just had a fairly good game in the last matchup, but it's just unfortunate for them. PDX picking up their first elimination, and it looks like Zevi's read on PDX was right actually. If the teams focus on griefing them more, they have a better chance of sending PDX back to the lobby rather than letting them set up their double sniper comp and just absolutely dominate the lobby. It was absolute insanity from them, Jogo, as they almost got PDX back to the lobby rather early. Top rated is the second team to back out. Unfortunate for them here. They only back out with 2 eliminations. That is only 2 points gained from this matchup. Vent leading the lobby currently with 6 eliminations on the board. Vent points, they might need to owe PDX a lot actually. PDX are coming for their pound of flesh, trying to get dead points out early. At Dead Point was the team that shut them down for first blood in the last matchup.
What a confrontation between those esports team, but Necro Venoms here have company. Offline immediately goes into Moss mode, immediately goes into Invisible Man mode as he just tries and attempts to flee the scene here. Necro Venoms will be losing a man. Berserk Generation in once again and in yet another confrontation between them and Vent Esports team. Supreme coming, he does have his teammate equipping Cassie, which means he does have a very, very good support. Goes at it with the P90, gets a drop on him. Berserk Generation are bleeding once again. again against Venti Sports team. Vents are cooking here, man. I told you that they are gonna come out stronger in this particular matchup, and that's exactly what they are doing. An elimination shout out to their names. What a squad here. Them Jogo looking to come here and take all of the spoils, but Venti Sports team does not want that smoke, man. They don't want any of that fun stuff, and they're gonna be fleeing the scene, man. But they and them Jogo, absolutely crazy gameplay coming in from the Mozambique team, I believe. Hopefully they keep performing. Hopefully they keep them dominating, man. I am glad to see that Nea and Jogo is more than back in business. 23 eliminations in the last game. Although they didn't get the booyah, that was definitely no easy feat. Necrovenom struggling a bit here against Syndicate. Toby looking to rotate, goes in with the Energizer. Rio right behind him. He does have his teammates supporting him too. Isagi right by his side. Doesn't look too good for Toby. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Sad life for him, man, as Isagi absolutely dominates with his teammate, man. That was an overpowering performance coming in from Syndicate. Do you beg to differ, Zeno?
It was quite the performance coming in from the Syndicates, as they will now be up to 4 eliminations on the board. Vent Esports looks like they might have listened to you, and the Vent Syndrome might just be over, as they're currently up to 9
I told you, man. I told you.
But they're not out. They're not out of the danger zone just yet, as it's still fairly common for Vent Esports to get good kills and get eliminated rather early. Unfortunate for Timmy, he will save Supreme and will be getting traded with Supreme as well. Unfortunate for him there, but it's just Habib left. Hydra has been eliminated. The super sub comes in, and it might not be enough to keep Vent in play. Habib will go for a full squad revive here, which is exactly what they need. But Deadpoint up against PDX yet again, and are they setting a statement here? As Sneaky has to back out. And you know, Sneaky backing out shows that it is unfortunate. It's an unfortunate fight that they took. Very unfortunate, because PDX is always Sneaky is always the man that kind of closes out the fight, because he's always in a very good spot. So the fact that we can catch him on the back out and let X be chased by Deadpoint. Deadpoint is sending a very clear message. They are coming at the king, and so far they haven't missed just yet.
What a matchup we have here, to be very, very honest with you, Zeno. I believe Dead Points Esports team might have actually cracked the code. They might have actually found the strategy to crack in a team like PDX, man. Really impressive stuff, if you ask me, man. On more than one occasion now, they've found a way to overpower a team like PDX. They have to keep this up. They have to keep hammering away. They might send them back to the lobby once again. What is this? What is this? PDX last man in a very, very tight spot. Isagi once again secures the elimination with the Mark 7, man. Deadpool Esports team is now the weapon fashioned against PDX. They have to find a way to just stop getting eliminated by Deadpoint, to be very, very sincere with you, Zeno.
PDX unfortunately are falling to Deadpoint, a team that just earlier in the stream we did say had a very lackluster performance, as they were competing for the bottom placement, and they decided to prove us wrong by shutting down not just any team but the strongest team in the lobby right now. After Sevi said you guys need to just aggro PDX a lot more and it will throw off the gameplay, it's exactly what we are seeing here. But Vent Esports will now be going up against Deadpoint, a team that falls to PDX and a team that stops PDX. Who comes out on top? It looks like it might be in favor of Deadpoint, as they have more natural cover, they are more spread out, and Vent Esports are fighting a sort of losing battle. But can they come out on top of this fight here? Supreme gets shots in. Supreme will be getting put down. Unlucky for him. He's down and he is out. Vent Esports with 9 eliminations. Nemjogo with 11. But we have Deadpoint up to 8 eliminations on the board, as they will get a pick on Timmy as well. Hydra's trying to go on that back pedal to get a revive on his teammate, but that might just be what sells him. He might be getting eliminated. Habib is looking to be AFK, as he is taking a lot of zone damage here. Hydra stays in the fight. Hydra is getting flanked. Hydra will be falling. Unfortunate. Once again, it's Habib as the last man standing for Vent Esports.
What a player be, man. He seems to be that anchor man for Vent Esports team, but kind of like ever since Vent Esports team actually made their way up to that 9 eliminations, they've started slowing down. They've started losing their touch, man. They cannot afford to let that continuously happen, man. They have to find their way back into this game before it is too late. Not looking good for PDX here. 1 versus 1. Anjo versus, is that Denric? Is that Denric? No, it is Sneaky. Anjo twisting a turn here. Sneaky secures the job, gets the job done with that Mark 7. 7, and that's exactly why Mark 7 is an all-time favorite, to be honest, amongst all of these teams, man. As I've mentioned multiple times, over 350 eliminations has been racked up in the span of just 18 matches with that particular weapon, man. What a gun it turns out to be in this particular contest. Crimson Myth here are also having quite a solid game, to be honest. Slow and steady wins the race, as they always say. Currently, Crimson Myth are chilling right now with 7 eliminations. If they can keep this going, if they can keep the fire burning, they are definitely contenders to walk out of this alive, man. We saw them just show us what they are actually made of last week, man. I can't lie, I was really, really wowed away. Zeno, do you remember?
Dead point?
No, Crimson Myth, man. Do you remember the type of show they put out for us last week, man? They were really on something last week. I can't lie. Yeah?
Crimson Myth did put on a very solid performance last week. I did say that earlier in the stream as well. Crimson Myth last week alone, they turned themselves around in my eyes. They are now a team I actually look forward to seeing, because when we saw them in the preseason, they were not a team to write home about. They were getting eliminated left and right, and Vent will be going 10 eliminations for 9th place. Unfortunate for them here.
Really, really sad life for Vince Esports team, and they just couldn't maintain their momentum. They just couldn't keep pushing. The ship just got too heavy, man, to sail, and they ultimately sank. And I believe PDX are just chilling here, because there's no way you tell me that this is actually the way PDX plays, man. They are just chilling about. We can obviously see that there's no strategy here. I believe they know that they've done more than enough today. I think they've already hit their targets here for today, and now they're just chilling, man. We saw them do the exact same thing last season, yeah, when they were like, okay, we've already racked up enough points, we don't have to bother, we don't have to worry again, so we're just gonna start 1 versus 4 in any score that comes our way. And it's funny to see them try it again, and I believe we are just sitting this one out, allowing other teams to actually rack up those points. It is a very bold attempt, almost insultive to other squad, but it's definitely what you can do to other squad when you're in a position of a team like PDX, or PDX, I guess. 7 eliminations, and they will be getting sent back to the lobby. 6 scores in these 3 eliminations. What's your thought on the games,
Sir.
No problem.
If PDX keep playing this way, they will fall second on esports, as Underground has shown to be a team that, given enough time, they will be able to pick up a lot of points.
But there's a big but now. Even with all the all the pressure that Underground Esports team applied to PDX last week, there's still like a large gap between the two teams, man. I believe almost 60 points gap between Underground Esports team and PDX, and that's no point you can easily rack up in one game, trust me. So I believe they can actually chill,
It is. It is points you can rack up in one game. If we have
60 eliminations, how?
We saw PDX do it.
Wait, 32
if Underground
plus.
Esports are in the comments, if Underground Esports are in the comment section watching the games right now, they will see they will learn from the way Deadpoint is pressuring PDX. They will listen to the commentators
for sure
and apply that the next time they run into PDX. If they do that, they have a strong chance of sending PDX back to the lobby. Even FNS is a strong team to send PDX back to the lobby. Nemjogo just needs to apply the same tactics that we are seeing Deadpoint implement against a team like PDX to slow them down on that climb. But NVS will get shot down. Elite Hunters, a team that we haven't really seen much of today, will be getting knocks. And maybe a confirm on NVS Prime. The Nexus Venoms are struggling to stay alive. Offline will be going offline to the Elite Hunters. But fear. As the Crimson Myth come from behind to get a knock. One tap and almost a second knock. They get that pickup on light, but Hacker might be going down. Unlocked from a barrage of grenades. There is no chance of escape here. Crimson Myth are applying so much pressure. The thing is on. Motovea runs straight in and will be getting eliminated by Star Rocco. Crimson Myth are up to 11 eliminations. Can they pick up their 12th on light this time?
Can they pick up a touch? That's the question for sure. But what was that play from Crimson Myth, man? So cheeky, so sneaky, man. It's sort of something you see, from a player like Sneaky from PDX, man. Just seeing another sport team implement that is so funny. And what was that one tap? That guy did not want to go out without a fight, man. Bro went out in grand style, and he most definitely went out with a bang, man. ELT Lights in serious trouble. Yeah, I'm sure Crimson Myth sporting players can feel the vibration. I know that they are aware that somebody is there, man. They they just can't put their finger on where Dead Point Esports team might be in a confrontation against Stars Esports team. Kai might be looking to head over to the store with the Energizer. It does have incoming knocks coming in from behind there. Arrows with the M590. He gets a drop on him. Slow with a sniper. Knockdown. Close range sniper. Beautiful usage of the sniper in a close range situation, man. That's what you love to see from the new gen snipers. They know how to handle their snipers, be it close range or long range. We see now that Dead Point Esports team players might be looking to rotate. Stars Esports team players will be regretting that move. Crimson Myth here looking to get an elimination on Akai. Both players still chilling now. Crimson Myth applying serious pressure here. Knox secures the elimination against Stars Esports team and sends it back to the lobby. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final save zone battle in the 5th map of the night. How does this play out? Dead Point versus Crimson Myth. Both make a play in favor of Dead Point from what I can gather. Both teams actually going at it with their throw boost. Slow looking to rotate here. A cheeky man. We love seeing players go out on that flank, and his teammates are going to be supporting him now. And it's on. Grenade in place. Soba does have eyes on his target. Knox goes after with Skylar. Connects the shot. Arrows might be looking to apply some more pressure here. Soba jumps down. His teammate will be getting dropped. Crimson Myth lose a man here. 3 versus 4 now. Twisting and turning. Arrows with the M590. His teammate gets dropped. Tries to get a knock on Anonymous here. No lock from looks of things. Slow is down. Arrows are Soba. 1 versus 2. It's all systems go here. Deku just got revived. And they are most definitely going to be happy to see him here. But he just doesn't get the job done. Even the revive does not save Crimson Myth from the wrath of Dead Point. Is that 2 booyahs now, Sino?
It looks like it will be 2 booyahs to the Dead Point Esports team as they are picking up where everybody is falling. They are challenging PDX off drop and they are winning those fights almost every time we've seen it. The first time we saw them, they sent PDX as first, but the second time we saw them, they put PDX on such a heavy backpedal. Lennox was the last man standing. The anchor got eliminated early. That is how well they outplayed PDX. It looks like you might say PDX is playing a lot slower and safer because they know they've already qualified for the finals. Still, but for sure, some part of them is going to be scared that the teams are figuring out how to slow them down or how to damn near stop them. Because if you have one team playing like this and slowing you down, what happens when 2 teams do it? What happens when 3 teams do it? What happens when the whole lobby understands how your team plays and just shuts you down? That is one major downside of being the number 1 team. Everybody can watch you. You have the spotlight on you 24/7. But do not go anywhere. We will be taking a look at the highlights before we head into the 6th and final map for today.
I guess that you'll never know. I guess that you'll never know.
and gentlemen, or should I say gamer girls and gamer boys, or if you are old, gamer man and gamer woman, because why not? Welcome back to the FFWS Africa, which is the World Series 2026 full split edition. And boy, oh boy, Dead Points has been on point with those eliminations and Booyahs 2 in a row, I believe. Currently, the team with the highest amount of Booyahs today, which is no easy feat to
Now
accomplish, especially when
they
you are
matched
in the
up with
same.
Paradox.
Oh, they are matched up now. It's 2-2. Crazy, but still no easy feat. As you said, matched up with Paradox, man. It is no easy feat to be matched up with a team that's competed on the global stage. So yeah, big kudos to the Dead Point Esports team players. We hope to see more of that, man. And we are most definitely cheering for you. I just can't remember the country that they are from, but I am cheering for you, and I love to see various countries from Africa produce absolutely impressive and legendary players. Legendary players exist, especially in Dead Point.
Dead Dead Point is an Angolan team. Taking a look at the YouTube chat, Dead Point is an Angolan team, and they are
Up
doing well to
Angola!
represent their country as they are matched with Paradox, like I said earlier, on the Booyahs for today. But let's take a look at the leaderboard to see where everyone stands as of map 5. Paradox will still be in top 1. As for the viewers joining us, this is the leaderboard for the first 5 matches that have been played. Paradox did take map 1. Mjogo will steal it from them in the second map as Paradox take it back in the third map. But Dead Point will shut them down in map 4 and do it again in map 5. But Paradox will be number 1 on the leaderboard with 120 points, while Dead Points will now boost all the way to second with 101 points. Nemjogo coming third with 98 points. Crimson Myth will now be fourth with 66 points. Vent Esports are coming in with 59 points, doing well for themselves with elimination, but they're not doing as good with the placement as we look at the top 6 teams, as we have Luminosity in 6th place still with a total of 56 points. That is absolutely phenomenal performance coming in from everyone. Vent Esports still need to step up when it comes to those placement points, as they are the weakest team in top 6 when it comes to placement, but they do well for themselves standing with those elimination points, as they are currently sitting on 47. For the teams in the second half, the bottom 6 basically, what do you think they could do better to keep themselves in contention for that top 12 spot?
Firstly, I recommend them playing in a more organized format. We see that being the case for teams like top-rated esports team, and they've been really disorganized, especially when they try to go on the offense or at times even the defense, man. So I believe they just have to. I don't think they can do much today because the issue here is more in depth than what they can really fix in the span of a couple of seconds. So the best things for them to do is actually go back to the drawing board and just assess the way they actually engage battles, assess the way they defend. Because from what we have seen so far, it is not their defense strategy and offense strategy is not really it. So I hope to see them go back to that drawing board and actually make the necessary changes. Ladies and gentlemen, the 6th map is gonna be Bermuda all over again. Goosebumps all over my body because I know that Bermuda is definitely gonna deliver. This is the OG map. All the players are more than experienced when it comes to this map. They are more than familiar with Bermuda. So the team that comes out on top will without a doubt be the team that has the highest skill, that has the better players, man. So this just got me feeling so excited, man. I can't even put my words together. And it's on already over here. Big there. Rick with the mid Uzi trying to get on top of anybody. Let us get stopped. Wendy gets dropped. What a play here. Coming in from the near them. Jogo player. They are trying to dismantle PDX and the Rick is down. Oh boy. Sneaky is the last one alive here for PDX. I did not see this coming, man. I thought PDX was going to be able to deliver just a bit more, especially when it comes to a map like Bermuda, but I guess it's not happening for them, I guess. We believe earlier on in today's matches, they were the first squad to grab a Booyah, and that Booyah actually came from the Bermuda map, so seeing them go out first here would definitely be crazy. That would definitely be really ironic, man. The team that grabbed their first Booyah in the exact same map coming out last, when they actually had to play the map again, is definitely not something you see every day. Neko Venom suffering a bit here as they would lose a player against Crimson Mid Prime, making sure to kill that knockdown with the mean Uzi. Did have the height advantage, which made him get said that already much more easier. His team will be struggling yet to survive the wrath of Crimson Mid. 1 down, 2 down, 3 straight up eliminations in favor of Crimson Mid, and they are swimming right now, man. The team strength of these guys is buzzing all over the place. 5 eliminations elimination straight up to them. Not a lot of teams have managed to get a foothold in this Bermuda map, but we are still seeing lots and lots of teams on 0 eliminations. But teams that currently have eliminations are as follows: named Jogo, Necrovenoms, and Crimson Meat. 5 eliminations to Crimson Meat, though, as they stand at the pinnacle of it all as of right now. 2 minutes 7 seconds into the matchup, and the last map of the day one of the FFWS Week 2 knockout stage just resumes, to be honest.
It is the last map, and it was the last time we were here. We did see Paradox come out with a win. Can they do it again this time, or will they be getting shut down early? We did see them almost get eliminated when they went up against a team like Nemjogo. Nemjogo is already adapting to the fact that Paradox do not fare well to the pressure of a hard drop chow. A 50-50 off drops has not been in favor of Paradox so far, and it seems like a lot more teams are catching on, as Deadpoint was a team that was, as of the first 3 games, they weren't really close to the top 6, and now they are second place, just 19 points away from PDX. And if they play this well, they should be able to win to close out the day on top of the day 1 leaderboard. But it's not looking good for Deadpoint, as bottom 6 team Berserk Generation will now be picking up an elimination on them.
Finally, to be honest.
What cap coming in from Crack? Absolute cinema. Can he get a second knock? Almost gets it. He will be landing that second knock, as Deadpoint is now scrambling to find their foothold.
You see, the thing about Crack is that he will always crack his skulls. He always crack the skulls of his opponent, and that's exactly what we saw him do over there at Observatory, man. The man observed the guy's helmet, and he said, "Bro, do you get?" And he made sure to connect that shoulder that will crack that nigga's helmet. And boy, did he crack that man. Let me not say the battle here over here at Shipyard. Anthony here with the Winchester does have his eyes set out against Leo here with the Winchester. Leo on the wing from looks of things, does have his teammates supporting him. Rio has to be really careful here, especially engaging a man like Salman, man. Salman has the HP, Salman has the weapon, although Rio has the shotgun wins out in a short range battle, as Henry's teammate also comes in to rescue him. Berserk Generation seems to be swimming right now as they come in here. Glue War Melter hand for them. Dragon Freeze already in play. A124 also being put in play now. Liam and Charles waiting for the perfect opportunity. Liam, who is Pinky, who is one of the deadliest rushers in Nigeria, comes at him from behind now with the Bison. Tries to knock him. Why is he shooting the feet, man? The man has to collect some sensi from from the rig before it's too late. Can't lie to you. And CDK Sporting players, Henry will be looking to flee from the scene right now. He does have shots coming in from behind and ahead. Quickly uses the launch pad to just try to flee from the scene. Charles trying to connect that final shot to get that drop. What's your thought on the battle we just witnessed at Shipyards, you know? Oh boy.
Syndicates are doing pretty good for themselves. We see them consistently put in those shots, but taking a look at the leaderboard, I'm surprised they're still on just a single elimination, because they did stay in that fight for a fairly long time. They were going kill for kill, knock for knock. But why are they sitting with just 1 elimination? Unlucky for them, but it's just how the game goes, I guess. Vent Esports will now be yet again picking up eliminations, but we've seen in the leaderboard that they are not struggling today with getting eliminations. They are struggling to get placement points. As of the top 6 teams, they are the weakest team in terms of placement, as they're sitting with only 12 placement points in the last 5 games. This is the final game to close out today's games. Can they pick up better placement? Can they boost themselves out back to the top 3 position, or will they close out in 6th place, because they are 3 points away from being 6th? Or will, worst case scenario, will they be in the bottom 6 to close out?
That would most definitely be crazy if you ask me, man. Crimson Meat over here dominating though with 10 eliminations to their name. Now Berserk Generation are doing quite well for themselves. Thank you, man. This is the Berserk Generation that I've been waiting to see for the longest time now. But I think the wake-up call they needed was them actually getting pushed to that bottom 6. Now that they found themselves in the bottom 6, I believe they are more than a week, and they know that they have to get job done if they don't want to get relegated. What a play coming in from the PVX Esports team players as they dismantle their opponent's esports team with that M590, man. M590, which is one of the players' favorite when it comes to short range. Cracked in a 1 versus 1 situation. Sniper versus sniper. M24 versus VSK94. Landman at hand for Cracked here. What does he have in store for us here? Quickly looks to rotate. A beam does not miss, man. Both players are very, very cracked Nigerian snipers. Who comes out on top of this one? I'm looking forward to finding out. Hydra gets dropped. The substitute for Venti Sport Team has been knocked out. I believe they'll be looking to get a revive on him. Trust me, man. Once they get a revive on Hydra is more than efficient, and he's a very, very deadly rusher that just dominates for Venti Sport Team, to be honest. Basic Generation having a hard time over here at Graveyard, I believe. They look to just try to rack up those eliminations against the players from Venti Sport Team. Marcien engaging out with the Woodpecker. Timmy on the receiving end of the shot. Almost gets dropped. Nice play from Marcien. A barrage of shots coming from Marcien with that Woodpecker right here. Nice placement to secure himself, man. Almost got eliminated there by the opposing squad. Got to be really, really careful. Does not really have too many players supporting him. His players will not be pressing Liam on the offensive here for Project Generation. His sporting players rotate. He's got to be careful. Shot fired. Supreme is aggressive right now, and he keeps coming in hot. Liam is not backing out. What a rushing support, man. There are not too many supporters that in a lot of these esports teams that actually press the way this guy presses, man. Bro has me believe that he's your rusher at this point, because what is that press, man? Bro was literally like all systems go, like all hands on deck over there, man. Nice play coming in from Liam. Now it's gonna be on against between Venti Sport Team and Berserk Generation. Nice usage of Mark 7 here from looks of things. Berserk Generation sporting players are on the receiving end of the shot. Venti sporting players do have the weapons advantage here. Mark 7 is more than efficient in close range battles, and that's exactly why Marcel looking to go in for the revive. Quickly does get the revive. Does he get the revive? Yes, it does. Gets the revive on Liam, and Charles Boy immediately gets sent back to the lobby. A hefty price for the revive. Boy, he had to pay. He just had to pay. Venti Sport Team are having the time of their life here as they strategically eliminated Protect Generation, man. They just kept on, falling back until Protect Generation just walked into the trap fully, and at the moment they realized that Protect Generation has fallen into their trap, they were just like pam pam pam, and they eliminated. Then speaking of elimination, oh my god, what cut!
Wow, cut!
Oh
Wow,
my
cut!
Oh,
cut!
no way. Against VDX players,
My
you know.
goodness.
That's crazy, man. That's
Receiving
crazy.
a taste of their own medicine, and that is absolutely insane coming in from Walcott, because Walcott is a consistently demonic player, coming in with almost 10 eliminations every single time, looking to do it again. He might just get windy. He will catch windy in the air. It must have been the wind. It must have been it wasn't in the right direction this time. But Walcott will do it yet again, picking up his 5th elimination. Absolute insanity coming in from them, Jogo, as they seem to be on PDX's neck and are not letting go. My goodness.
My goodness, indeed, man. What was that play coming from Walcott, bro? We've seen one elimination mid-air. We've seen 2 eliminations mid-air coming in from a single player or an entire squad, but we've never seen a single player do that. Just mid-air to his opponent, man. That's crazy. Speaking of crazy, Protect Generation have been sent back to the lobby. My god, I think they're gonna be falling short here. They did not get the result that they required. Only 9 eliminations, meaning only 9 points for them. They might be falling short here. They might be finishing bottom 6. This is not Protect Generation here. There's nothing you can tell me, man. Protect Generation might be looking to shine a bit more tomorrow, though. I believe they might be playing tomorrow. If they are not playing tomorrow, they might as well just wait for next tomorrow, I guess. Top rated versus Nea and Jogo over here. Looking to switch and turn here. Top rated losing, man. Once again, the way they just engage battles is never favorable for them, and even me as a commentator, I can see it, man. Like from the Brazilian view that I obviously getting, man, like the way they choose to approach battles, it's never favorable for them, and they never have a single advantage that they can point out, and that's exactly why they almost always lose out in any confrontation between any squad, to be honest. As this sport team receiving hits coming in from PDX here. PDX are definitely angry, man, because what Walker did to them just now is absolutely unforgivable, man. Top rated gets sent back to the lobby once again. Sad life for them, I guess. Stormzy Sport team really cooking here against PDX, so as they secure the elimination. Then Rick has been sent back to the lobby once again. 4 eliminations straight up to Stormzy Sport team. I think Sneaky is going to be looking to sneak away from the opponents and grab that revive real quick, man. Ledex does have the positioning to just eliminate his opponents, but I don't think he's going to be looking to go on that attack just yet. He does need his teammates. Let more sporting players might be looking to rack up their third booyah of the day, but Venti Sport team have a lot to say about that. What's the usage of that Woodpecker coming in from our B right there, man? Crazy light wall coming in from Venti Sport team, man. It's a regular day in the office for them, and they are swimming right now. Supreme goes out to the Oscar once again. Oscar Africa is the key character skill for any roster, to be honest, especially if you are competing in this type of lobbies, man. Anonymous goes in with a grenade here. Hydra looking to fall back a bit with his teammates. Anonymous goes out with the Mark 7, looking to do some serious damage here. Hydra gets the best of him, but Nox stops Hydra's wrath quickly. Nox will be looking to press here. Timmy might get the drop on him. How does this play out, Zeno?
It looks like it will be playing out in Crimson Mid's favor as they will be dissecting vents and coming out of it with a full stack. It did start off pretty weak for the Crimson Mid as they were almost eliminated completely. But speaking of eliminated completely, Stars Esports will be getting sent back to the lobby and Vent might just be joining as he's running straight into Paradox, Deadpoint, and they have Crimson Myth chasing behind. Crimson Mid up to 16 eliminations. We have Nemjogo on 19 eliminations, and Paradox will be sitting on 12. It is a dangerous day for Paradox because if they cannot come out of day one with a massive gap like they did last time, it's going to be rather difficult for them to do it in the grand finals. Because you have to realize, when getting into the grand finals, all the points you're gaining now do not matter anymore. You're starting off fresh. Let's see who is going to be the best team in the matter of 8 matches. It is going to be rather difficult if PDX have their whole formula broken apart now, with teams like Nemjogo and Deadpoint already giving them a run for their money performance-wise.
Well said, Zeno. Well said. 7 scores left alive in this. 24 players left. Me and them Jogo are cooking as they drop that 20 kill. Bomb. What a score right now, man. They are cooking. Sneaky looking to rack up those eliminations. I think PDX might actually be back in business here. I believe they were looking to just lie down and just let the matchups finish. But, the disrespect from Walcott has definitely fired them up, man. And they seem to be back in business. They are out for blood. I can already feel their blood loss from here, man. Derek is screaming, everybody, all systems go. Let's just close out the matchups with a bang, because we're just trying to let them have a couple of match, but they obviously don't want it. So let's just play for it, man. Interesting competition here between PDX, Esports team, and Crimson Mate now. We see LedX on the wing for his esports team. Beautiful play coming in from the sniper. K-Toket pays a hefty price for even daring to just get himself in LedX line of sight, man. What a beautiful play coming in from the Crimson esports team players, though. They are very, very lethal with their grenades, man. With their grenades, they've been able to send back most of Nea and Jogo 2 in the last map, man. This team knows how to handle their throwables, and they know how to use throwables to eliminate players. What a squad they turn out to be. PDX receiving shots, Hot Party getting involved here now. Nea and Jogo looking to drop them off. Necrovenom's offline player gets put to bed by Nea and Jogo. Deadpoint gets sent back to the lobby, which means no third booyah for them today. Nea and Jogo with 22 eliminations now. They are looking to form eliminations in the battle that is just emerging here between Crimson Maze and PDX. Venti spots him right behind PDX. Sneaky spots them and Siki knocks them. What a player. Then Rick now going out with the Energizer. He needs that speed boot from the Energizer. He does have his teammates supporting him. LedX, then Rick, and Sneaky are the 3-man left for PDX. They don't have Windy to knock the wings off of their opponent, which means they just have to make do with their players. Crimson Mates battle continues to heat up here as they go up against Nea and Jogo. Crimson Mate sporting players might be looking to flee from the scene with the monster truck. Immediately goes in with the nitro here. Lots of obstacles in their way. The monster truck is quite slow. They're trying to rotate away from enemy side. PDX launching into really, really intense battles here. Goes at it. Crimson Mate gets sent back to the lobby. Then reaches another the 590. 1, 2, knockdown. Yet another one. Connecting those consistent shots. That's why he is the ghost. Yet another knockdown for the ring. Boy, is this man cooking. Supreme, you have to be careful here, man. You cannot afford to let Derek have his way with you. Oh boy, Supreme comes in really, really all the way down at 10 triple Y. Shuts him down. Shut the man down. Veggie Sport team there, then Jogo and ELT in the final save zone. How does this play out, ladies and gentlemen? Stick around to find out. And just coming in from behind with that M590, immediately drops off Supreme here. Solo's coming in with the M590. Also, Motovia looking to reap where he did not so with that sniper, but Anjo shuts him down. 1 versus 4, Habib versus 3. Never mind that. Solos jumps in now. Shots connect. Nice one coming in from Prolex. And from looks of things, Anjo might be looking to break the wall. Bad move from looks of things. Safe zone might get the best of them. Bad move. Financial mistake. What was that, man? Solos is definitely not happy about that decision that they made teammate, man, as they lost their teammate. There is now 1 versus 2. Can Habib use his 1000 IQ? Oh my god!
Whoa!
He hits another knock. What is this? What is Habib cooking? Oh no! He's gonna finish the kill. His opponent goes starting with his Skyline now. Switching out to a nice one placement. Prolex, don't do it. He does it. Prolex shot him down. But what a player, Habib, man. What was that? Just fell short. Really, really close up, man. What an end to today's games.
Insane games indeed. It was quite the performance coming in from Vent Esports, as they did do better. They did prove me wrong and do better for themselves to get really nice placement there. Habib almost got that clutch on Nemjogo, but unfortunate for Vent Esports, Nemjogo were coming out with their second win for today with yet another 20 kill map, which was genuinely a very phenomenal performance coming in from Nemjogo. Starting off a bit calm. No, I wouldn't say they started off weak. They started off a bit calm, but picking up that the first win on the second map and closing out the day with a second win, which was just 3 teams to take wins today, actually. Paradox Esports took the first and third win.
Dead Point.
Nemjogo took the second and last win. Deadpot took the fourth and fifth win, which is quite the performance. It shows the level of competitiveness that the teams have brought to this.
We love to see it, man.
Just from last week, actually. I can't wait to see what the final leaderboard looks like, but we will be heading to the highlights as we show you the final leaderboard, the MVP, and call it a night, as we will see you tomorrow with Day 2's matchup.
I guess that you'll never know. You'll never know. I guess that you'll never know. You'll never know.
Huh?
I guess that you'll never know. You'll never know.
Welcome back. Welcome freaking back, man. Boy, oh boy, has my mind been blown. Boy, oh boy, has my breath been taken away by these players, man. That final saves on battle. It was the perfect cinematic and frenetic finish to the matchups that we've had today, to be honest, man. It couldn't have ended any better if you ask me, man. Abib, I don't care whether you give the MVP to, although I do care, but at the same time, Abib, the man you are, man, reminding the people that you should be fair, reminding the people that you are more than lethal, that you are also deadly. That's just really, really impressive stuff, man. Did you see that IQ gameplay? He knew the NM Jogo players were going to come from behind, so what did he do? He locked them up. Their M590 couldn't do enough damage to break that wall, which was a really, really bad decision. I don't want to say dumb decision, but bad decision coming in from the NM Jogo. Quickly, the moment Solos realized the mistake, he just tried to like jump out of the fence, which was a really, really thuggy move. He asked me, by the way, bro, is a street boy, man. Jumped out of the fence in a desperate attempt to like free from Abib's like line of sight and line of scope or whatever. Then the moment he got behind the fence, he thought he had an opening against Abib. Man showed his face. Boom. It's a nah. I'm gonna one tap
One
Abib.
time.
Shows his face again. Boom. Abib knocks that. What's going on here? We just saw Abib. Ah, bro, I can't even hype it up enough, man. W Abib, W events, but still, kudos to the team that walked over the booyah, which is Naya and Jogo, man. We hope to see more of that from them. I love the fact that Naya and Jogo listened. Everybody loves a government that listens, and everybody most definitely love a team that listens. Yeah, that's what I was going to. Everybody
Oh
loves
my
a team
days,
that
bro.
listens, man. They listened, they locked
It
in, man.
it was quite the performance coming in from all the teams today. We had just 3 teams taking the wins, and it was genuinely a play still. Paradox will be getting eliminated early in the not early, fairly late in the last game as they came third, if I do remember correctly. But then Reek did put on quite a fight as he almost single-handedly sends Vent Esports back to the lobby. Unfortunate for Supreme getting caught out at the bottom. If Supreme was able to get up top with Habib, Vent had a better chance of actually taking that win home. But unfortunate for them, Nemjogo just happened to be the better team in that situation. As soon as the final leaderboard is ready, I can't wait to see where the teams stand today and what the MVP is going to be, because it was quite a performance coming in, especially from a team like Deadpoint. Last week, they were not a team to even look at. Like, genuinely, as a commentator, I like seeing the teams that compete. I don't like seeing the teams that just get eliminated early, because you've made it all the way here. Why are you not playing? It's disappointing, and your fans, but they did do well for themselves this time.
Before we go into the match standings here, before you guys, realize the team that come out on top of today's matches here, I want you guys to rally up the chat real quick. Let us know the teams that you guys think. Let us know your team you think is gonna be working out on top of this, man. Do you think it's gonna be PDX? Do you think it's gonna be Deadpoint? Do you think it's gonna be Nea and Jogo? Zeno, what do you think it's gonna be?
I do believe the MVP is going to come from PDX, as just from the games alone today, they did have more games
No,
where they had a lot of
no, no,
eliminations.
not MVP. No, not MVP. Like, which team do you think is gonna be coming out on top? Match standing. Like, which
Oh,
team
it's
number
still
one
going. It's
position?
still going to be PDX. It's still going to be
Are you
PDX
sure?
because this final map they managed to leave with 15 eliminations, if I remember correctly. They managed to leave with 15 eliminations and a third place placement. And if Deadpoint had a better placement, then surely maybe Deadpoint would have had a
But
chance of taking
but
the
then
spot from them.
we did see Nayan and Jogo. I believe they had 20 something kills, right? And then they have the Booyah. And the gap,
22.
yes, and the gap between them and PDX before here was like within 30 points. Like, I believe
Yeah.
near them Jogo. So it is possible that with the amount of points that they have racked up, is the math matching? I think PDX is gonna come out on top with like very little amount of points. Can't lie. But let's have it, ladies and gentlemen. I
Sure.
believe you have had your time. Let us know what you guys think is gonna be in the comment section. And it is PDX. Damn.
Paradox Gaming, like I said, Paradox Gaming did have a solid final round as they did come out with 142 points total for today. But Nanem Jogo were close behind with 135. In third place, we have Deadpoint with 106 points. Crimson Myth will be fourth still with 89 points. Vent Esports will be in fifth place with 83 points. Finally widening the gap between them and Necro Venoms, who will be sitting with a total of 62. That's not a... Sorry. Necro Venoms will jump all the way up to sixth place with 62 points as Berserk Gen fall to ninth, with 59 points. That was quite the performance coming in from all the teams today. We had Paradox take 2 maps. We had Nemjogo take 2 maps. And we had Deadpoint take 2 maps. The top 3 teams with 2 Booyahs under their belt, respectively, did put us in quite the performance today. But tomorrow is going to be Group B versus Group C. What team is going to come out on top? I genuinely can't wait to see. Do go to Shop to Game. I was about to say do not go anywhere, but do go to Shop to Game, as we will be calling it for tonight's stream. I am your host, who is Zeno, joined by the amazing Zoro, our lead caster for today. We will be wishing you a good night and God bless. See you tomorrow.
We are not ending the same, you know. What are you doing,
Hey,
son? What are you doing, son? I know it's because you want to hype me up. I know you love my muscles and everything too much, but you forgot the most important part. The part where we tell you guys and where we identify the strongest of them all, the player that is biggest of them all, the player that has managed to dominate, twist and turn with his shotguns the most. What do you guys think is gonna be the MVP? Let us know in the comment section, because we are gonna be announcing it. But before it gets displayed, Zeno, what do you think is going to be our MVP today?
I probably Walcott or Denrique. Actually, because both players individually have been able to put on quite the performance, especially from what we saw from Denrique in the last game, and Walcott as well, getting a triple knock from the sky on PDX, sending a clear message that they understand their gameplay. Probably Walcott or Denrique, or maybe Timmy. Those are my top three. Walcott, then Rico, Timmy.
No. It can't be a man from Benz now. It can't, just because the numbers don't match. Don't get me wrong, yeah. Timmy did good.
Hey.
Timmy did give us 2 clutches today, I believe. Between Syndicate, there was a situation here where it was sort of stuck in a 1 versus 3 position between him and Syndicate, and he clutched. And then there was this other situation too that was like 1 versus 3 that he clutched too. But then I don't think it can be him. So yeah, we should be letting you guys know what you guys think. We should be announcing our MVP, which is our most valuable player of the day right now. So if you're a team looking to sign this player, take notes. Teams that are open, when the transfer window is open, go and sign these boys. Let us have it.
Your MVP
oh my goodness!
Walcott.
You know what? He deserves it.
30.
Do you remember?
Coming in with 31 eliminations, 17,584 damage, and 13 assists with a 29.97 accuracy for a sniper. Walcott is your MVP for day 1. Just like I said earlier, it's between him and Denrique, because both players were consistently putting numbers on the board for their team. And genuinely, Walcott does deserve the MVP for this game, because bro was cooking. Bro was actually cooking.
To be honest, man, we saw him eliminate 3 men in the skies, man. But yeah, I believe that's gonna be. Oh, never mind that. I believe you guys are also gonna be getting yet another extra treat from us, man. You guys are gonna be finding out what the overall standings look like. So teams, make sure to pay close attention. Still standing on top, undisputed, Paradox Gaming. Oh wait, there was this way they were announced here at EWC, and the commentator was like, Paradox Gaming. Paradox Gaming is number 1 still with 486 points, I believe. Nearname Jogo coming in second with 272 points. The gap is mind-blowing. And you know the craziest part is that Nearname Jogo and Paradox have actually played the same number of games, and Paradox has over 200 points in gap. That's just insane, to be very, very honest. Crimson May coming in 3rd with 270 points. Underground Esports team coming in 4th with 265 points. The Venti Sport team coming in 5th with 263 points. Dead Points coming in 6th with 231 points. FNS coming in 7th with 225 points. Necro Venoms coming in 8th with 214 points. Berserk Generation somehow, some way are still in this, coming in 9th with 187 points. 10th position, Stars Esports 170 points. Luminosity 11th position, 160 points. Elite Gamers, or should I say Elite Hunters, coming in 12th, 137 points. Every other person is not safe. And that's gonna be all from us for today. We remain your host. I am Zoro, aka the Turkey, aka the youngest. Oh, you know the craziest part, you know, I'm the youngest who's ever cast the FFWS. Oh my goodness, bro, am I the Razzia of commentating?
I trained this one, by the way.
Am I the Razzia of commentating?
But hey, that is the end. That is the end of today's games, and I did make a mistake earlier, but we are your hosts again, Zeno and Zoro, and we will be catching you in tomorrow's stream with Group B versus Group C. Head to Shop to Game as you leave the stream. Good night, and God bless.
never know. You'll never know. I guess that you'll never know. Guess that you'll never I guess that you'll never know. You'll never I guess that you'll never know. You'll never know. never know.